News TV, Ottawa.
Welcome to the Ravens Perch at Keith Harris Stadium on the campus of beautiful Carleton University in the nation's capital, Ottawa, Canada. It's the 2022 Football Canada National Women's Red and White game. Hello, everybody. Dan Mooney alongside Lynn Martin Vio for this one. And Lynn, this is the first time that we've actually had an opportunity to see the best women's football players in this country all assembled in the same spot.
That's right. They're coming from all over Canada. They've come here. They've been here for a few days. They've had practices, training camps. These girls have gone to bond, and it's been a football weekend that started back on Thursday, and now they're here down to 70 women who are going to play in this red and white game and hopefully make the final 45-person roster.
136 players initially on this field on Thursday, and as Lynn said, the roster cut down to 70. They'll make the cuts, and those 45 players will have an opportunity to represent Canada, wear the maple leaf at the World Championships in July in Helsinki, Finland. So there's a lot at stake here this afternoon, isn't there?
There is. These girls have everything to prove. I mean, the opportunity to wear the maple leaf, representing the country at the World Championship. Canada has done fairly well in previous tournaments, so hopefully more visibility and these girls getting out there.
Now, we haven't seen a lot of these players in the past. Who can we expect to see lighted up here this afternoon?
Well, we've got an exciting running back core and receivers. We have some of these receivers who were known as best in the world, represented Canada in the past. Quarterbacks as well. I don't know if there's one name I can point out right now, but we'll be seeing a lot of exciting plays today. Yeah,
that's one thing that many might underestimate is the ability. It's a skill level of these players on the field this afternoon. Women's football has grown tremendously over the last 5 years, and I know that you are considered a pioneer in women's football. How much have you seen the sport grow in that such a short period of time?
The visibility has increased tremendously. The amount of girls that are registering for football, there's girls clubs that are taking place throughout the country. There's leagues that exist for girls-only football, both minor and senior girls.
Let's go down to field level for our national anthem. A good crowd on hand and an absolutely beautiful day for football here. May the 8th, and the temperature hovering around 15, 16 degrees. It's going to make it that much more comfortable for these players on the artificial turf field because it's a conductor of heat. It'll be about 10 degrees warmer on this artificial surface than it would be in the air. The officials for this one, the referee is Emily Clark. The umpire, Tracy Ellen Paluzzi. The down judge, Kennedy Malloy. The Stephanie Anna Korchinski is the left field judge. The back judge, Sharon Marie Louise Airy. The side judge is Taylor Mickleborough, and the field judge with CFL experience, Georgina Paul, as well as the referee, Emily Clark. So it would be interesting to see. Team White is the home team here this afternoon, Lynn. It all depends on who wins the toss, and that could establish things pretty nicely here this afternoon. Just a tad windy, a brisk wind, about 5 kilometers an hour from left to right on your screen, and that might really do something interesting to the kicking game. And another interesting point about this is that the kicker, Christy Elliott, will be performing those chores for both sides.
Yeah, she'll have the experience to try out both sides of the field at the same time, not necessarily getting an advantage for her, but her team may want to, either team, the red or white, may prefer one side of the field depending on the wind direction. But there is that brisk breeze, but I think on the field this will help the girls stay cool.
Indeed. Watch for quarterbacks in this one, and the position of quarterback in any level of football is the most important one, and we have two really good ones that are going to be starting here. Maud Lacasse for Team Red. She is from... Where is she from? Got to find her name. She's wearing number 13. She's from the Montreal Blitz, 27 years old, and it looks like Reed Thorstad will get the start. She's from Saskatoon, 26 years old, and both of these ladies are pretty impressive with their throwing abilities.
The yellow line?
Team Red will kick off. It's Christy Elliott getting set.
God, we got a microphone on the sidelines.
Waiting for the referee to blow play in. Here we go. The 2022 red and white game underway. Ball taken by number 61, Jamie Braybrook. She runs it back about 5, and a pretty decent field position for Team White as they begin their first possession of this football game.
Team Red wasted no time getting down the field and made that tackle early.
Yeah, well, they haven't had a lot of opportunity to work on special teams. That might be an area that could provide some real excitement here this afternoon. So it's Maud Lacasse and Reed Thorston. There's the give to running back Kendra Nash around the left side. Nash has a first down plus a few more. A pickup of 14 yards, and on the first carry of the ball game, Team White gets out of the shadow of their own goalposts.
Yeah, you can see her running to the outside and trying to cut up field. But she got that first down, first play of the game.
Could see them running the ball quite a bit into the ball game now. Number 22. Sam Matheson. In the shotgun. The give once again to Nash, and she gets to the line of scrimmage and maybe pickup of 1 yard. Tackle made there by number 20, Marie-Claude Laframboise. Second down, 9 yards to go. Canadian rules apply here. At the World Championships, Lynn, is it 4 downs or is it 3?
It's 3 downs at the World Championships.
Second down, 9 yards to go. 13:09 left to go here in the opening quarter. Thorsten throws it up, and it's complete. Ball brought down at the 50-yard line of Team Red, and
that ball was thrown only where the receiver can catch it.
number 28, Ricky Obiad, gets the catch, and it's a pickup of 19 on the play and another Team White first down. There's the pass, Thorsten, complete. Inside there. Numbers very, very difficult to pick up on these red jerseys, or the white jerseys. Complete there to number 10, Annabelle Chevrier, and the pickup is 11, and another Team White first down. First down, 10 yards to go from the Team Red 35. Thorstad out of the shotgun. Drops it off for Nash, and she's wrapped up immediately. It'll be a loss of about 3 or 4. Leading the charge for Team Red, number 42, Raylyn Schaefer, out of Regina, the 23-year-old linebacker, catching Nash in the backfield.
You can see she had a bit of a hard time with the handoff, bubbled that, but managed to hold on to the ball before she was just swamped up by that D-line.
Second down, about 13. Reed Thorstad gets the snap. Play action. Thorstad steps up and throws behind the intended receiver. It goes incomplete, and it will be third down. About 13 to go from the Red 38. Definitely, I think it's outside Christy Elliott's range.
I think so. I didn't see much practice kicking before the game, but looks like they're going for it.
On third down. Not much of an elaborate playbook, I would assume, after just 3 or 4 days of practice.
Yeah, it might be a bit challenging to learn a few plays. We'll stick to the basics.
Third down, they're going for it. Thorstad has got her. Laurence Pobrey pushed out of bounds at the 8. Another big first down, a pickup of 30 yards. And another big first down. They don't come more timely than that, Lynn.
Oh, for sure. And speaking of Laurence, she was on the previous national team, and she's quite a pioneer behind women's football.
Laurence Pobrey, 33 years old, from Montreal. She plays for the Blitz. And it's now first down. Goal to go from the Red 7. The give to number 19, Brenna Bouchard. She cuts inside, maybe gets to the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down, goal to go. Into the ball game now comes Virginie Roussel, number 13, and Chanel Rioux comes out. So they're shuttling in plays now. Pretty good after 4 days.
Yes, definitely. And these girls are getting ready immediately.
Second and goal. Thorstad sets up, throws into the end zone, touchdown! Rose Emily Brunet gets Team White on the board after Reed Thorstad throws this strike.
And this was thrown into double coverage, but she put her hands up and got a hold of that ball, brought it down. And Team White is up.
So Christy Elliott will handle the place kicking chores for both teams here. So I think it's safe to assume that Christy is going to be representing Canada in July.
I think that's a safe bet there, Dan.
Ricky Obed coming into the ball game, as is number 58, Jessica Anderson, just to add a little extra protection along the right-hand side of the offensive line. Here the ball is down, the kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 for Team White on a 7-yard touchdown reception from Rose Emily Brunet from Reed Thorstad.
White kickoff, red kickoff return.
So that was a good opening drive that Team White has put on. We'll see now if Team Red can come back and do the same thing. They marched down the field. There was no rushing to the end zone. They controlled those plays one play at a time, and that's important clock strategy that they're showing. And these coaches came and are prepared for this game.
Indeed. 9 plays, over 90 yards in 5 minutes and 31 seconds. And now we get to see what Team Red can come up with on the offensive side of the ball.
Hey, red LBs. Red LBs.
We've got some great players to look forward to on Team Red at quarterback and at running back. Some exciting plays to come, I think.
Ball taken at the 20 by number 24, Alexandra Ondo, and a pretty decent run back gives Team Red some pretty good field position at the Red 39-yard line. So this is the first opportunity we get to see Team White's defense as well. The skill level of these players is quite surprising if you've never seen women's tackle football before.
That's for sure.
Lacasse. The give inside for Sam Matheson. We talked about Matheson at the top of the program. Matheson bowls forward for a pickup of 4. It'll be second down, 6 yards to go.
Matheson is another one that's played on the national team before, so she brings a lot of experience to this team.
Sam Matheson, 27-year-old running back from the Saskatoon Valkyries. Here's Maud Lacasse in the shotgun. Sets up, throws over the middle. It's complete to Rebecca Kutsa-Giannopoulos. A big first down and a pickup of 29 yards on the play.
Getting wide open. Going down the field, picks up that first down. No issues there.
And the poise of Lacasse just setting up in the pocket, standing there, finding the open receiver and getting her the ball. The give once again. Matheson has some room and springs forward to about the 36-yard line, and it looks like she might be hurt. That would be a huge loss for Team Red.
Yeah, we don't want to see that, especially in this game. No, you don't want to see any of these girls as they're trying to make the national team and getting injured.
The pickup on the play was 7, but as soon as Matheson went down, you could see that she was favoring that left knee, and that's exactly what the training staff is working on at this point.
Yeah, as we look here, see closely, it might have been as she just planted her foot, looks like she just went down and her knee gave out on her.
That'd be a big loss for the national team too. If she's unable to go and blows her knee out, she won't be able to go to the World Championships. That will be a big hole for the coaching staff, Ryan Clutterbuck, to just a big hole to fill.
Oh, most definitely. And just somebody who's been to the World Championships before and can bring that experience and of having been there, having faced other countries.
Yeah.
Just that alone brings a big part to the team. So.
Well, they continue to work on Sam Matheson. They're not going to get her off the field too quickly. They just want to make sure that that knee is stabilized.
So they have her rolled over now on her back. And here we're going to see the play from a different angle.
A pretty innocuous play. Just as soon as she planted that left knee down, it gave out on her. So this is really unfortunate. Just when Team Red was developing some momentum after Team White went down in their opening possession and scored a touchdown, they got a big first down and a big catch from Rebecca Koutsa-Giannopoulos, and then that 29-yard gain, and then this 7-yard gain by Sam Matheson. And Matheson looks to be getting up. She won't be able to get off on her own power, and that will more than likely be the end of Sam Matheson's day.
Yeah, I agree with you. She has no weight on that foot. She's being carried off. Yeah, it looks like we'll have to see some other girls are going to have to step it up right now.
Well, that's what happens in situations like this. Somebody else gets an opportunity. Best example ever is Wally Pipp. Wally Pipp was the first baseman for the New York Yankees before Luke, and he stepped out of the lineup. Lou Gehrig came in and played 2,130 consecutive games. The give to number 32, Miranda Falardeau, trying to get outside. The pickup is about 2, but she'll be short of the first down by a couple, and now Falardeau's coming off with an injured left leg.
That looks like a hamstring. She's just holding onto the back of that leg.
I appreciate that.
As you mentioned, Dan, the heat on the field might play an impact in those leg cramps.
Yeah, and staying hydrated is so important. Into the ball game now comes Chantal Chenal, wearing number 18 for Team Red. Third down, a long yard to go. So Team Red gambling. Modakas at quarterback. And wrapped up in the backfield, number 32 for Team White, Brooklyn Dice. Wrapping up the ball carrier right here, number 11, Casey Mccombs. And Mccombs never even got to the line of scrimmage. Team Red gives up the ball on downs.
The O-line had no answer for the D-line pushing through, and they just came right up in the backfield. We'll see if Team White can repeat their first drive.
Thorstad still in at quarterback. The give this time to number 8, Bethany O'Toole, and O'Toole gets to the line of scrimmage, but not much further. Second down.
There's one thing to say about this D-line on both teams, it was the position that had the most girls trying out. So lots of choices to make and lots of options. So we're seeing a lot of strength on that D-line from both teams.
Well, see if the defensive line can get any pressure here on 2nd and long. Thorstad forced out of the pocket. She'll take off, stands up, and is hit by Nicole Drouin after picking up about 7. It'll be 3rd and 3.
That's the first play that we see the quarterback running with the ball.
Into the ball game now. Number 7, Rose-Amélie Brunet.
Cindy and John, you guys will be going in at Mac and Sam.
Setting up. Thorstad throws over the middle. It's complete. Big first down. A pickup of 12. And a great catch there by Chanel Rioux on a little crossing pattern.
Again, we had almost double coverage on this play, but these receivers are running their routes so crisp that the quarterback has no issue getting the ball to them.
But more to credit the offensive line, she had a lot of time to sit back and throw. Thorstad gets the snap from center. Pick up there by Hannah McEwen. McEwen gets to the outside. McEwen still on her feet. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 28-yard line. A pickup of 24 yards by Hannah McEwen. And another big first down for Team White.
Just getting to the outside. She just ran down the line, couldn't get pushed out. Big gain.
First down, 10 yards to go from the Team Red 28-yard line. Team Red's defense has to be a little tired right now. Here's Thorstad, throws that one. It's complete once again, this time to Chanel Rioux, but she'll lose yards on the play. The loss will be about 2.
Number 24 on Team Red, Ondo, she read that play and she was right there as soon as the catch was made. Took her down.
You'll be able to recognize Alexandra Ondo with the flow coming out of the back of the helmet. On 2nd down, from the 30, the 31 make that. Thorstad once again throws into coverage. Ondo providing the coverage. That ball intended for Annabelle Chevrier. It'll be 3rd down.
Again, it's being able to read those throws from the defense.
You can get burned as a defensive back by watching the quarterback too much, though.
Oh, yes, you can. It could go either way, but sometimes you just have to gamble.
So Chevrier comes off. And Thorstad is looking at 3rd and 13.
Looks like we might be kicking on this one.
Christy Elliott will attempt a 37-yarder to give Team White a 10-0 lead if she's successful. Wind at her back. Thorstad to hold. Timeout called by Team White, I believe.
Hi, my name is...
Might have been, no, it's Team Red. Now, is this an attempt to freeze the kicker?
We rarely see that early on the game, but you just never know the strategies of these coaches.
It'll be a good kick. She does have the wind at her back, and it's a reasonable wind. If she can get the ball up quickly, it might be enough to carry it through the posts.
And I've seen an increase in the wind since this game started, so it's a little bit stronger. Maybe that's why they're opting to kick this time they did in the first time around.
Well, it would have been a longer kick, too, about 45 or a 46-yarder. So they went for it on third down, and they made a big play to keep that drive going. So Thorstad to hold. The kick from the 37.5. Thorstad has the ball down. The kick is up, and it's right along the ground. Picked up about a yard deep by number 28, Kelsey Murphy. And Murphy runs it back out to about the 7. It'll be first down, Team Red. So they dodge a little bit of a bullet there. Team White moving the ball effectively, and then they just stall.
Yep. So now they just ran the ball, took a knee. They're going to take the ball on their own 20-yard line. Hopefully Team Red this time has a better drive and they can march it all the way down. We'll see what they can bring.
Okay. Where did we leave off?
Hey, red linebackers, come here. All 5 of you. Red linebackers.
So the missed field goal gets Maud Lacasse and the Team Red offense back out on the field. Here's Lacasse, throws to the outside, completes that to number 91, Haley Girolami. It'll be a pickup of about 3 or 4. Make that 4, it'll be 2nd and 6.
Hey, if you guys are out on field. Here we go. Go right on 3. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Into the ball game now comes Al Kowalski.
If you're playing wide out,
wearing number 4 in red. Lacasse on 2nd down. Casey Mccombs, the lone setback. There's Mccombs, gets the call, wrapped up immediately there by number 11, Nura Muhindo of the Manitoba Fearless, but there is a flag down on the play. The first infraction of the ball game, and it's going against Team Red, illegal procedure is the call. So make it 3rd down or move them back?
Well, the way that the Team White's defense was playing, I'm not sure that I wouldn't mind just going a 3rd down on this one. That'd be my call.
all the receivers? Okay, so what's going to happen is...
So it is the 3rd down, illegal procedure, the call against Team Red. Penalty decline, 3rd down, and Team Red deep in their own territory. I'm not sure. It looks like they're sending the punting unit out there now.
That'd be the safest thing to do, because if they turn the ball over, they're deep in their own zone. So you want to get some space and send the ball downfield and make Team White work their way back.
Christy Elliott will try to kick it away. She's performing both place kicking and punting duties for both teams in this one.
She might be the busiest player in this game.
She could be. Kicking directly into the wind. Good snap. Elliott has it, and a spiraling kick lands at their own 50 and picked up at midfield. That's Annabelle Chevrier running it back, and at the end of the first quarter, Team Canada White leading Team Canada Red 7-0. You're watching the 2022 Football Canada National Women's Red-White game on Rogers TV.
Gabriel Pizza, proud supporter of local sports. Gabriel Pizza, home of the bigger, better pizza. Now available online at GabrielPizza.com.
This year, Mental Health Week is all about empathy. Empathy is understanding what life is like for someone else, even when you don't agree. Empathy helps us support and connect with others at home, at work, and at school. Rogers TV is a proud community partner with the Canadian Mental Health Association in supporting Mental Health Week. Visit mentalhealthweek.ca for more information. #GetReal about how to help.
Play 4 games of bingo from the comfort of your own home each Monday at 7 p.m. for your chance to win money from our $2,000 regular bingo or $5,000 super bingo night. Kiwanis TV Bingo, Mondays at 7 p.m. on Rogers TV.
Hi, I'm Harriet Clooney. Come check out my show, Scrap Cooking, where I'm going to show you how to use the bits and bobs, the ends, pieces of things that you might otherwise throw in the compost. I'm going to show you how to turn them into something delicious.
At St. John Ambulance, we're all about community. We teach life-saving skills and provide community support through our volunteer services. All St. John Ambulance product sales and training registrations support these important services. Volunteer, donate, or enroll in a program today so we can continue to have an impact on our community. Visit sja.ca to learn more. At St. John Ambulance, we do more than save lives, we change lives.
October 5th, 2014, my daughter was hit by a train. She was walking along the sides of the tracks, and it shattered her world.
7-0 Team White here at the 2022 Football Canada National Women's Red and White game. Dan Mooney, Lynn Vio, and Sonia Roti, along with Danielle Bain. So happy to have you along for the ride for this one. The give to Kendra Nash around the right side. Nash finally tripped up once again there by number 24, Alexandra Ondo, but not before picking up 6 on the play.
She didn't have much of a block in front of her, but she was able to make it to the outside and still gained quite a few yards.
Second down, 4 yards to go. Reed Thorstad has started this one and has gone all the way. We're still awaiting an update on the status of Sam Matheson, who had to be taken off. He has her leg up on the bench, and I don't think she'll be back. Here's Thorstad setting up, throwing to the left side. It's complete to Rose-Emilie Brunet. She's already got a touchdown, and now she's got another reception for a first down. There to make the stop for Team Red, number 27, Kennedy Mann.
As you pointed out earlier, the offensive line is giving the quarterback lots of time to throw and get this out to the receivers.
From the 34-yard line of Team Red, Team White with a 7-0 lead, threatening to widen that gap. Thorstad, the give to Brenna Bouchard, and Bouchard gets inside for another 5-yard pickup.
That's the largest gain I've seen running up the middle, because the defensive line has been holding back even tackles for a loss, but this one, a few more yards, but not easy going up the middle.
No, it's tough. There's good protection, but not a big push from the Team Red defensive line right now, which is giving Thorstad all kinds of time to make decisions that could affect this outcome. Thorstad gets away, and the whistle blew. They're going to give Team Red a credit for a sack. That's number 33, Mackenzie Lane, getting credit for the sack. And the first sack of this football game brings Team White all the way back to Team Red's 40-yard line, looking at third down, 15 yards, 16 yards to go. They'll blow the whistle for safety reasons, correct?
That's correct. Especially in these types of games, you don't want to see, as we saw Matheson earlier getting hurt, you don't want to see anybody else taking an injury. I mean, she was there untouched. Give her the sack.
So on third down, 16 yards to go. Reed Thorstad, play action, sets up, throws to the outside and overthrows the intended receiver, Virginie Roussel, and Team White has their first turnover of the ball game. The ball lost on downs. Team Red's defense holds.
She attempted to make that pass across the field. Not an easy throw, especially on the CFL size field. It's a wide field, and you're trying to get that ball all the way across.
Well, 65 yards wide, 25, hash mark to sideline, and that was a pretty long throw, and she's had just a little too much on it.
Too much air.
Maud Lacasse. And a quarterback, bad snap, has to fall down on it, and it'll be a loss of 5, 2nd and 15 coming. That's just a classic case of looking downfield before the ball's in your hand.
Most definitely, because that snap was a little bit to the left, but I think she had that throw made before the ball was in her hands.
Into the ball game now comes number 91, Haley Girolami, bringing a play in from the sidelines. Lacasse, Casey Mccombs, the lone setback. Here's Lacasse setting up in the pocket, and they'll rule her down. Another big sack there, and give credit to number 95. No, right there. 95 in there, give her half a sack.
It looks like there was a few of them. It's a little bit tough to call when they just blow the whistle. But she came in from the outside, from the blind side. It's always tough to pick up those.
Third and kilometers to go. 26 yards to be exact.
So I think on this one, Michael, it looks like they're going to punt, but I don't see Elliott out there, and maybe it's just my eyes. But yeah, she is. She was hidden in the huddle.
But interesting formation and an 8-yard distance, and off the side of Elliott's foot, the ball will go out of bounds at the Team Red 47-yard line. So great field position once again for Reed Thorstad and the Team White offense.
That's definitely a good start for their drive. Although we're seeing the defense stepping up during the second quarter a little bit more than they were in the first.
They're going to get a well-deserved rest with 9:50 in another 9:52. And it'll be a well-deserved rest. They've been on the field a lot of this first half. A give to Hannah McEwen. McEwen around the right side. McEwen has some real estate in front of her. McEwen down the sidelines, finally pushed out of bounds at the 20-yard line by number 25, Betsy Maudsley of the Saskatoon Valkyries. But a great pickup there by Hannah McEwen. And the pickup is 25, and another big first down for Team White.
This was a great run to the outside. We can see these girls getting outside, but what's key in it is the blocks that are taking place just before that running back is getting out there. And that's key to gaining the yards.
2 carries for 49 yards for Hannah McEwen so far. Thorstad throws that one to the outside. It's complete.
She
to
got
number
that one.
10, sorry, Lynn. Annabelle Chevrier with the catch, and she had to pick it right up off her shoestrings.
And still managed to get upfield for a couple of yards.
2nd and 8 for Team White. Chevrier coming off. Gets to the sidelines and gets some instructions from the coaching staff. Thorstad takes the snap in the shotgun, sends that one to the outside, and it's complete to Rose-Amélie Brunet, and she turned it upfield and got enough yardage for the first down. The pickup is 9, and this drive continues for Team White.
Again, making that catch in double coverage, and she stretched that one out for the extra yard.
Stepped out of bounds at the 14. It'll be 3rd down and 2. But do you run or throw here? No, Elliott's coming out to make a kick. So Elliott will attempt a 21-yard field goal. 7:52 left on the clock.
And as she's kicking into the wind, looks like it died down just a bit from her previous kick. So
well, she'd want to get it in fast then. Thorstad to hold. Ball is down. High snap. Elliott's kick is up, and it is good. 10-0 for Team White as Elliott puts that 21-yard field goal through the uprights. It's 10-0. So from an evaluation standpoint, now you're the coach. You like what you see so far?
I'm liking what I see so far. The way these girls are playing, the coverage, the routes, the blocks, all around. This is a really good team. I'm really liking what I'm seeing, and it's going to be a difficult job on these coaches to slim that roster down.
That scoring drive, 4 plays for 28 yards, and it ate up 2 minutes and 10 seconds of clock. So the 2 scoring drives that Team White has had is over 8 minutes in accumulated time. So ball possession, very important. The other team can't score if they don't have the ball.
That's correct.
There's Lacasse, the throw out, and good defensive coverage there from number 62, Samantha Big Swallow. The ball intended for Haley Girolami goes incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
I like seeing how the quarterback just didn't panic. There was players coming in from each side of her. She just held on to that ball and made that pass. Or attempted that pass, I should say.
So big 2nd down coming up here for Maud Lacasse, and that was one of the first times that she's been really pressured, other than the sack that she had to withstand on the last drive. There's Lacasse once again, steps up into the pocket, puts the ball up, intending that one for number 18, Chantel Chenard. The pass a little bit behind her, now it's 3rd down red.
That ball could have easily been picked off had the defender looked back to it. Lucky for Team Red.
That was more a timing play, I think. Out of the shotgun, 2-step drop, put it up, and hopefully your receiver can run under it.
Given these girls have only had a couple of days getting together between quarterback and receiver, the timing is definitely going to be off, but with the tournament only in a few months, they've got time to work on this timing.
On 3rd down, Elliott's 2nd punt for Team Red. And an end-over-end kick taken at midfield. There'll be a no yards call, but there's a fumble on the play. That'll come back. Number 49, Louise Patosha there to run it back. And with the fumble, the penalty will be assessed from the point of contact, correct?
That's correct. Not where the ball ended up.
No yards against Team Red.
And that's going to be costly because we're going back 15 yards on this one.
That's a 15 yards, no yards penalty. So that is big. Team Red now, 2 penalties. Just 2 flags. We've only seen 2 flags in this entire half thus far. Thorstad setting up, looking to her left, throws and completes that one to Ricky Obed. And Ricky Obed picks up 9 before being brought down there by number 7, Nicole Drouin.
With that comeback pass, she just waited and was able to make that catch open. No one near her. Unfortunately, she couldn't get upfield as the defenders were ready for her.
Great, keep it up. Stay hydrated.
Wrapped up in the backfield immediately. Number 19, Brenna Bouchard. It'll be a loss of a couple.
The defender was already in the backfield again, coming from the outside. She came right in and wrapped her up.
Third down, 5 yards to go. They're going this time. Elliott converted the 21-yard field goal the last drive. Then there's Brunet once again with the catch. She gets very close to first down yardage before being brought down there by number 28, Kelsey Murphy. It is a first down. The pickup is 6.
Again, we were seeing on that play, the quarterback had lots of time to throw. The O-line was holding. Just getting over the line and gave her the first down. That's all she needed. And we reset the downs.
And here's a pretty good illustration of the way things have been going in this first half. Team White, 9 first downs. Team Red, 1. Thorstad throws. Intends looking there for Ricky Obed on the post pattern and overthrew her. So it'll be third.
We haven't seen many of the long passes in this game. Everything's been short yardage, whether on the runs or on the passes. But this one, making an attempt near the end zone. Again, I think going back to timing, this will be worked out in the next few months.
It'll be second down, 10 yards to go from the Team Red 30-yard line. In the shotgun once again, Reed Thorstad. From Saskatoon, evades the rush, and now she'll take off. Gets around the corner, and a great defensive play there by Virginie Lefrancois from the Capital Rebels. The one Ottawa representative in this red and white game, and boy, did she make a game saver there.
Oh, she definitely did, because this brings up third down. So what do you do now? You're about 30 yards out.
They're going 3rd and 11. Thorstad takes the snap, sets up, throws to the outside, and a breakdown in communication there will result in another turnover by Team White. Team Red will get the ball back with 2:58, just enough time, Lynn Martin, to get this football down the field and score a major before the break.
I think they have lots of time, and if they're smart with their play selection, I think they can make it down. They have the personnel to do it. They have the players. Let's see if they can get past this white defense that's been holding them back so far.
Maud Lacasse is still in at quarterback for Team Red. The give up the middle. That's Casey Mccombs, and Mccombs pushes forward for about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
She definitely had some help from her offensive line on this one. Holding those blocks and getting that gap, just couldn't cut through the secondary.
Bad snap. Lacasse just leaves it alone. It'll be touched down, and it'll go into the books as a sack and a loss of about 8. So the punting unit comes back on once again, and Team Red will give up the ball, which will give Team White another opportunity to get more points on the board before the break.
They should be getting some good field position to start their drive, maybe to end the quarter with the scoring drive.
Elliott with a 15-yard drop this time. 4-step drop, delivery, bouncing ball. Picked up there by Bethany O'Toole, and not much of an opportunity for a run back after the ball bounced. So still good field position, and Team White will take over at the 50, but a no yards call will add some more to that. Not sure if it's 5, 10, or 15. This will be of the 5-yard variety, I believe.
Yeah, with a bouncing ball, you never know where a football is gonna end up. You can't count on that bounce, but everybody was around it. Again, good field positioning for Team White.
Thorstad in at quarterback. Thorstad gets away from the rush, forced to take off. Thorstad up the middle, and she gets to about the 35 after a pickup of 9.
We're seeing a little bit, although the quarterbacks are out there running, we're seeing a little bit of holding back. You don't want to get your quarterbacks hurt, and typically they are off limits during these type of games, but
well, they're certainly redshirted during the week, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely.
I think that's why I was a quarterback. I didn't want to get hit in practice.
It's a good strategy to have.
Here's Thorstad setting up, putting the ball in the air. It's complete. Laurence Pobrey. 26-yard gain for Pobrey. 2 catches now for 56 yards for number 4.
Her sideline awareness on this play was great. She knew where she was, reached up, made that catch, and just went down.
First down, 10 yards to go from the 15. Into the end zone, touchdown, Team White. Great throw.
There was no one near her. She made that catch. It was right in her hands.
Virginie Roussel with the touchdown. With less than a minute to go here. Elliott tries the point after and almost did the Doug Flutie drop kick. She punted it through, and it will go unrewarded. So a 15-yard touchdown pass from Reed Thorstad to Virginie Roussel, and it's now 16-0 for Team White.
Team White capitalized on that last drive. The penalties, the no yard penalty, resulted in 5 yards. Still moved them up, and they had good field positioning. So they're taking advantage of the small mistakes that Team Red is making. But this is what happens in football. You take advantage of those small mistakes and capitalize, put some points on the board.
So, like, you still, even though
3 plays, 44 yards, and 55 seconds for Team White to expand their lead. And how important is scoring that touchdown in the final minute of a quarter before you go into the dressing room, taking that lead into the rest?
It's really important. It boosts that team up.
Taken by Ondo. Ondo pushes her way up to the 35, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Team Red with 53.2 seconds left in the opening half.
So this will make a difference. We'll see what Team Red can do here. If they can get downfield, and they have lots of time even just to put up some points. You don't want to go into the halftime with nothing on the board. That's really tough on the morale of the team.
A big play will do that, and Maud Lacasse has the arm to find the open space. It's just a matter of getting a receiver. Lacasse from her own 35. The give once again to Casey Mccombs, and Mccombs gets to the line of scrimmage, but actually she'll be stopped a yard short of the line of scrimmage.
I was really surprised they went with a running play on this, given the time left on the clock.
And they're still in the huddle, and the clock is ticking away. I guess it's difficult in 4 days to work on a hurry-up offense. Lacasse downfield. Great defensive play there. Number 28, Kelsey Murphy, with the knockdown on a long pass.
That was a tight throw, and as you're talking about, those are the big plays. You make those plays, it changes and builds up momentum.
Al Kowalski, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down and 10 yards to go with 23.9 seconds. The clock stopped upon that incompletion.
I think we're going to see one last try here from Team Red.
There's Lacasse, play action, sets up, throws over the middle, too far, looking for Rebecca to carry Corbet, and another turnover. The ball lost on downs by Team Red, which will give them Team White 23 seconds with which to negotiate another score with the ball at the Team Red 34-yard line.
Team White's got good momentum right now, and I can see them heading for that end zone. They're building up on that last touchdown. Team Red seems to be struggling a little bit, but I don't want to count them out because it's only 16-point difference.
Could be more if Team White can capitalize here. The pass to the outside for Brunet. Brunet picks up almost 10, should be close to another Team White 1st down. 15.7 seconds left to go. No, Brunet pushed out of bounds, and that stops the clock.
That was key. It didn't look like she was going to step out of bounds, but I think the tackle brought her out.
I even wrote it down.
Second down, 2 yards to go. This will be the final play of the half. Brenna Bouchard wrapped up by number 98, Jolene Goulard. And that will end the opening half here in the 2022 Football Canada National Women's Red and White game. 16-0, Team White over Team Red after the first 30 minutes. Don't go anywhere, folks. Danielle Bain will be back with our halftime portion right after this break.
Gabriel Pizza, proud supporter of local sports. Gabriel Pizza, home of the bigger, better pizza. Now available online at GabrielPizza.com.
Ottawa's local shops, restaurants, and services are woven into the fabric of our city. We can all help them during these challenging times. Order from them online, purchase gift certificates to use later, order meals for takeout or delivery, send them messages of support on social media. Please do it today. Learn how at ottawa.ca/buylocal.
I'm Nicole Martin, the proud ambassador for the Comfort Bear program. Comfort Bears provide these cuddly bears to local children who are terminally ill, facing trauma, or battling a serious illness. Every $20 donation will place a Comfort Bear into the loving arms of a child involved in our program. It is our hope to distribute 1,000 bears in 2022. Please join us and provide comfort to kids in their time of need.
On Monday's Daytime, Ottawa nutritionist Deirdre Burek joins us on the show. She's going to be sharing a delicious and nutritious recipe from her brand new book. And of course, we'll give you the details on how you can pick up that book. And coming up this weekend is a total lunar eclipse. We'll give you some great tips on how to watch it. And the Orleans Beer Festival makes its triumphant return. We'll tell you what you can expect at this year's festival. All that and more on Monday's Daytime.
Hi, my name's Ange. I'm from the Angelina Hunter Trio. We will be performing this week as part of Encore Ottawa 3, and we really hope that you enjoy our set.
Welcome back to the Ravens Perch and Keith Harris Stadium on the campus of Carleton University in the nation's capital, Ottawa, Canada. That's right. Women's football here. It's the 2022 Football Canada National Women's Red and White game, and Team White leads Team Red by a score of 16-0 at the half. We had an opportunity to pick up a story about a man named John Mechie, who's been instrumental in women's tackle football over the last few years.
John Mechie III, the Cornish Trophy Award winner, the second back-to-back winner in the history of this award. John, tell me how it feels to be selected top Canadian in the NCAA this past year.
It feels great. It's always great to be recognized just by my country and peers. So it's a great feeling.
Last year, you talked to me about family when you accepted the award. And how you would share the award with your family back home. First of all, tell me about the reaction from your family when you get awards like this, and what's the conversation like with them?
They're just excited for me. They're happy for me. They're happy to see my success and what I'm doing, and just all of their support and love.
Look back on your time at Alabama, and did you meet or surpass your expectations when you think about where your mind was at coming into that program as a freshman?
I think I definitely met my expectations with the goals I had set for myself going in. the idea of winning a national championship and doing all those things that process entails at Alabama. So definitely thought I met some of my expectations.
Now, you've had adversity before. There was a time where you may have not continued to play football because of a medical condition with your heart, but you dove back into the game. Now you've got adversity again, coming off that knee injury in the final game for you, coming off the field at halftime. What's it like to have that adversity as you prepare for the NFL draft? And do you tap into some of your history when it comes to adversity?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely have a history of facing adversity on the field and off the field. So this isn't anything different. It's just new adversity. I faced struggles on the field and off the field. So just adversity is nothing that I'm new to, and nothing that makes me uncomfortable. So just definitely getting back into it. It's easy for me.
Now, what is getting back into it? Where are you on the recovery scale, if you can self-assess?
Yeah. As far as recovery-wise, it's been my knee's been doing really well. Far ahead of schedule, no speed bumps and anything. About 4 months. Have been running for about a month now. Everything looks good. Everything checks off. Everything's strong. So as far as rehab and recovery for knee, everything's been going. It's been going great, and that's all a tribute to God.
Now, I've got to ask you: the NFL draft is coming up. When we're kids, we all have a favorite NFL team. Is there a team that was a favorite of yours as a kid? Do you have a preference going into the NFL draft, or are you at the stage now where you're so focused on just the next level, you're not willing to admit that anymore?
No, I don't think I can't say I had a team growing up. I know my best friend was a Giants fan and my brothers were Steelers fans and stuff like that. But personally, I can't say I really had one. And I'm just, I think now I'll be able to, whatever team I play for, that's going to be my team for sure and 100%, just because I never had that favorite team when I was little.
That's good. The field's wide open. I will leave you with a choice at the end of this interview, though. I remember when you received the award, how impressed you were when the thing came out of the box. We have the blank one here. So do you want your picture on this award that we send you in the red uniform or the white uniform? Because you already have one in the red. I'm thinking the white will create a matching set for you.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one. I think the white would it'll look good with the other one.
Yeah, exactly. Where's the red one kept right now?
Right now, it's kept with me on my person just until kind of get that new home and kind of settle in. So just keeping with me everywhere I go, moving it with all my things until we kind of settle down and get a new home.
Great, John. Continued success, and we're really hoping that you go very high in the NFL draft. You've represented Canada very well through your college years, and I know you will continue to do so in your professional years.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the recognition, and thank you for your time.
16-0, Team White over Team Red in the 2022 Football Canada National Women's Red and White game. We'll be back with more of our halftime after this break.
Ottawa is a very political city, and it's not just political with the people in Parliament. You got street politics, you got business politics, you got basketball politics, and if you don't know how to navigate the systems, you get left behind. I did. They thought I went crazy. They thought I was dead. I was. But it's never too late to heal, to rebuild, to reinvent yourself. Prezi.
This year, Mental Health Week is all about empathy. Empathy is understanding what life is like for someone else, even when you don't agree. Empathy helps us support and connect with others, at home, at work, and at school. Rogers TV is a proud community partner with the Canadian Mental Health Association in supporting Mental Health Week. Visit mentalhealthweek.ca for more information. #GetReal about how to help.
20 bucks. Hi, I'm Maggie. Come into my kitchen. When you're using salt in a recipe, check for saltiness. Not all salts are equal. A fine grain salt is a lot more salty than a large grain salt because that takes longer to get into the food. Bum, 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 bum. 20 bucks. 20 bucks. Down the
Welcome back to the Canadian Women's Football National Team Trials here on Rogers TV. We're at the Ravens Perch, and at halftime, it is Team White in the lead, 16-0 against Team Red. I'm here with the head coach, Ryan Clutterbuck. Ryan, big showing for Team White in that first half. They came out strong with that opening drive, were able to score a touchdown. What are you seeing from that group that has gotten them so successful in this first half?
They're executing. The quarterback played outstanding, and get to see some receivers make plays. On that drive, you had Laurence Pobrey up the right sideline closest to our bench. She's a veteran player. She was the best wide receiver in the world 5 years ago, and she's showing us that maybe she is in 2022. So as long as she's on the field, the White's going to be in good hands. And credit to the quarterback as well. She's new. She's not been around since 2017, but she looks like she has. So.
And on the other side of things, on the Red team, it was awful to see running back Sam Matheson go down with that leg injury. Do you have a status update on her condition?
She's down for the day. We'll let the medical personnel handle that, but it was a huge loss. I mean, if you look at the personnel on the Red side, and they struggled a little bit in the first half, I think a lot of that had to do with the running back issues from a medical perspective. And so it's a loss for the Red side, it's a loss for Canada right now, and we hope she's just back real soon.
And, there is a lot of obvious talent on that field right now. How hard is it going to be to narrow down this roster and create that final roster for the Canadian women's team?
It's going to be hard. I was joking with our athletes yesterday at the end of practice that they've made it hard on us all weekend, and they're continuing to make it hard on us. And that's great. That's a wonderful problem to have. If it was easy, we'd be in trouble. The harder it is, the better it is.
And Canada has placed second at every single World Championships they've been to. What do you guys need to do to prepare to contend for that top championship spot at Worlds in July?
It's a good question. I would say, if you go back into the history of those games, there were years where we were not competing. We were trying our best, but we weren't competing at the gold medal level. I think 5 years ago we did. It was a one-score game at the half, as I recall, and correct me on that. But it was close, it was competitive, and our expectation is that it's competitive this year as well.
All right, thank you so much, head coach. Thanks. Stay with us for continued coverage of the Canadian Women's National Football Team Trials here on Rogers TV. Team White up 16-0 over Team Red at the half.
Join me for Season 3 of Paula Roy's Favorite Foods. Whew, that was a lot. I think I need a nap.
When you're online, Rogers TV on YouTube shares news and events from your community. Like messages from local leaders, updates on the latest health news, local business presenting their new offerings, and how our local communities are working their way through these unprecedented times. Visit and subscribe to Rogers TV on YouTube for the latest local information.
I started playing softball when I was 4 years old. I loved it.
because it was all about having fun with my friends. And it still is.
From little kids to adults to seniors, softball is a sport for everyone. Join us.
It's a new season of The New Fly Fisher on Rogers TV.
This year, Mental Health Week is all about empathy.
Empathy is understanding what life is like for someone else, even when you don't agree.
Empathy helps us support and connect with others at home, at work, and at school.
Rogers TV is a proud community partner with the Canadian Mental Health Association in supporting Mental Health Week.
Visit mentalhealthweek.ca for more information.
Hashtag get real about how to help.
There are the numbers for the opening half, and it was all Team White. 10 first downs and 16 points, and time of possession in that first half, Team White 20-24, and for Team Red 9 minutes and 36 seconds. Lynn Martin has stepped aside for the second half, and Sonia Rohde, the head coach of the Capital Rebels women's football team, joins us in the booth now, and those numbers are pretty telling, aren't they?
They are very. From watching the game, I could tell that the red team was struggling on the O-line.
We are just about set to get this second half underway, and Team White will kick off. Team Red will get an opportunity to get on the scoreboard first in the second half. Dan Mooney, Sonia Rohde, Lynn Martin, and our entire Rogers TV crew, so happy to have you all along for the ride here as this second half gets underway. Loose ball taken there by number 7, Nicole Drouin, and not much of a return as Drouin had some difficulty getting a hold of the football. But regardless, Team Red will start first down, 10 yards to go from their own 30-yard line to begin this second half. Good first half by Team White, Sonia.
Yes, they had a very good first half, very good QB, and I'm just anxious to see how the red team does from now.
Maud Lacasse went all the way at quarterback in the first half, and this time it's Aria McGowan taking the ball around the left side. 44-year-old Aria McGowan is tripped up after a pickup of 3 yards. So we saw Maud Lacasse in the first half. Not a bad coaching move to make a change, just shake things up a little bit.
Yes, that was a pretty good run on the red team. They seem to have changed up things a little bit.
Second down, 7 yards to go. Time ticking away, and Team Red taking an unusually long amount of time in the huddle. They have to get this ball off quickly if they don't want a time count violation. McGowan sets up, throws over the middle, incomplete. Intended for number 91, Haley Girolami. She had it for a moment, but just unable to hang on.
First time jitters, I'm guessing. She's she almost had that ball and she ran into the next player.
So it'll be third down. And McGowan is staying in there at quarterback, third and a long 7 to go. Aria McGowan setting up, throwing to the outside. intending that for Al Kowalski, and Kowalski was outstretched and just got her hands on the ball but couldn't bring it in.
Yes, poor Kowalski. She was so small against the defensive back. Team Red is getting a lot of pressure.
So another turnover by Team Red, their third of the football game, gives Team White a first down at the Team Red 33-yard line.
Let's see if Team Red's D-line can get through that O-line.
Aaron Walton now in at quarterback for Team White, wearing number 34. Walton, the give for Nash up the middle, and Nash pushes her way through for about 6 or 7. Number 98 there for Team Red, Jolene Goulart, there to make the stop for Team Red.
Team Red's D-line seems to be doing a good job this time. We'll see if they keep up being nice and strong for the following plays.
Hannah McEwen in the backfield, the lone setback. Aaron Walton sets up the lefty, throws that one, incomplete.
Nice.
Intended for Virginie Roussel, and that goes incomplete.
She was broken up by 24, Ondo. Ondo seems to be a very good player. We've been mentioning her name all game.
She was very busy in that first half for sure. So on third down, third down, 7 yards to go.
Team Red needs to put more pressure on that white team.
They're going to get a chance here. Walton's throw out to the sideline, too far for Brunet, and Team Red gets the ball back. The third turnover of the afternoon by Team White as well. So this is an opportunity for everybody, for the coaching staff to get a good look at everybody. That's why the two quarterbacks that opened and played the first half will sit back and allow the other two quarterbacks to get in and get their time, and allow the coaching staffs to have a good look at them as well.
That's correct, Dan. Yes, everybody needs to have a chance to play in order to be evaluated equally.
McGowan. The give to the outside, quickly wrapped up there was Casey Mccombs, and it'll be a loss of about 3.
That white D-line keeps going through the O-line. Exactly. They keep getting through. The white team has a lot of pressure on the red team.
Girolami coming back into the ball game with a play. Aria McGowan, a 44-year-old quarterback from the Edmonton Storm, at quarterback on second down after a loss of 3 on their first play of this drive. High snap. McGowan setting up, rolling to her right, throws. Great job of coming back to the ball, but Chantel Chenard couldn't squeeze it.
First time jitters. The ball went right through her hands. Just right through her hands. Wrong hand placement.
Looking upfield before you have possession of the football. It's happened to the best of them. Quinn Petronchuk from the Regina Riot into the ball game now, wearing number 44 for Team Red on third down.
Hey, you know what? And they're doing fine.
The punting unit is in, and it would appear that Aria McGowan is going to handle those chores as well.
Here she goes.
McGowan's spiraling kick taken at the Team Red 50. It's number 19, Brenna Bouchard, with a return of about 5, but a net yardage of about 14 yards on that punt into the wind here at the Ravens Perch at Keith Harris Stadium on the campus of Carleton University in Ottawa, Canada. The nation's capital. Dan Mooney, Sonia Rohde, Lynn Martin-Villot, and our entire Rogers TV crew. Really hope you're enjoying this one. The National Women's Red and White evaluation game.
The officials are also being evaluated as well.
So it's an opportunity for Football Canada to get a really good look at everybody that's going to be involved in the World Championships in Helsinki, Finland in July.
That's correct.
Good run up field there by Hannah McEwen. She'll pick up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
There was nice pressure in the backfield, and the D-line was able to stop her in the middle.
But not before she picked up 5 and giving Erin Walton a little bit of breathing room here. She's in the shotgun once again. McEwen, the lone setback. Walton again throws that one out to the left side. Little inside slant. Turns out to be a gain of 9 and a first down for Team White.
I just noticed that Team Red has been giving a little bit of blitzing on the defensive end side on the weekend.
Pickup of 9 and a big first down by Rose-Amalie Brunet.
Good to confirm. Yeah. I just like to know. No, but I assume I was going to return to But you know what? Like, it's okay because you're communicating.
Walton in the shotgun. Gets away from the rush. They're blowing it down and giving a sack to number 60, Bridget O'Driscoll.
Yes, Bridget, I've seen she's been coming in a little bit faster and giving lots of pressure on the O-line.
So if the quarterback gets touched, they blow the play down in order to save the wear and tear on them.
Yes, because the defense loves to sack those quarterbacks. We're trying to keep them alive for the World Championship.
They won't be as conciliatory in Helsinki, I can promise you.
No, they won't. They better not.
Walton, the lefty, throwing, completing that one. Oh, and a big hit there, helmet on helmet. But a great catch there by Annabelle Chevrier. And Chevrier gets about 15 on the play, but because of the sack, it'll still be 3rd down, about 4 to go.
Yep, she was tackled, sandwiched by number 7 and number 20, Ondo and Drouin.
Here's Walton, the give to McEwen. McEwen around the right side. She's got to get outside. She does, and she picks up the first down. Gets inside the 15 to about the 14, and a pickup of 8.
Yes, she was chased and pushed outside by, again, Ondo, who's having an amazing game.
Second first down of the second half for Team White. Brunet back into the ball game. Hannah McEwen comes out.
Team Red needs to put up a good fight here.
Kendra Nash in the backfield. Nash gets the call. Make that Brenna Bouchard. A bad exchange from quarterback to running back resulted in a drop ball, and Bouchard had no other alternative other than to just fall on the football.
I think Team White's feeling the bigger pressure from the red team in the backfield.
Christy Elliott warming up on the sideline just in case she has to go in and kick another field goal. 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Missed from 38 and put it through from 21. Here's Walton once again throwing over the middle, well over the head of Laurence Pobrey, and goes incomplete. And now Elliott will come out to attempt a 22-yarder.
Against the wind.
Bob Seeger, 1979. So Elliott out. She'll set up. Line of scrimmage is the 18, so it should come back to around the 25 where they'll spot it. They're moving it up to the 24. No, back to the 25. Right on the right hash mark. Elliott set up perfectly for this kick. Ball is down. The kick is up, and it is wide left. Picked up in the end zone by Marie-Claude Laframboise. She gets it out, and that ball will come out to the 20. Sorry, it was Kelsey Murphy who brought the ball out. She's had a pretty good football game as well on the defensive side of the ball in the first half, and then she gets that out and saves another point against Team Red.
Yes, there's a lot of DBs trying out for the national team. I think about 20 of them. So they've got to be changing DBs pretty often.
They're going to bring the ball out to the 35-yard line. And a little breathing room for Aria McGowan and the Team Red offense.
Let's see if Team Red can get this ball out.
There's McGowan.
Difficult exchange.
Nice run up the middle. And I believe that's number 88, Sarah Wright, and her first carry of the ball game results in a pickup of 10, just shy of just the second Red first down of this football game.
That was a good run and very encouraging for the Red team. Finally, they gained some yards, and hopefully they'll be able to run that ball a little bit more.
Geneviève Saint-Jean from the Montreal Blitz, wearing number 27 coming into the ball game. Rebecca Descaries-Corbeil, also from the Montreal Blitz, comes out.
The Montreal Blitz has a lot of players trying out for this team.
McGowan with some play action, forced out of the pocket. She cuts upfield and touched at around the 50-yard line. It will be a first down, a pickup of 7 for Aria McGowan, and just the second first down of the football game for Team Red.
Another good play, and the second good play in a row for Team Red. I think they're getting a little bit better, a little bit more confident.
And moving up to perhaps their best field position since early in the first quarter. Flag on the play. Pass is complete to Descaries-Corbeil, but it'll be offside against Team Red. That'll come back.
That's unfortunate. That was a nice pass. Team Red's taking a little bit more time to get ready for their plays.
Four penalties for 25 yards against Team Red and Team White. And from a coaching perspective, Sonia, you have to like the fact that they haven't had a flag thrown against them so far in this football game.
Absolutely.
Touch wood. 2:35. There's the throw, and it's complete. Number 15, Rebecca Kutsa-Giannopoulos catches a football, but getting the ball back to the original line of scrimmage.
That was a nice tackle by number 21, Bailey Kennedy. Nice and low, as we like to see them.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Aria McGowan setting up, throwing over the middle, well over her intended target. Rebecca Kutsa-Giannopoulos. The score now is 17-0. Our scoreboard reads 16. We've just been informed that a single point was awarded on the missed field goal, so it's now 17-0 for Team White with 1:35 left to go here in the third quarter.
Team Red has to step it up. They have to get more aggressive, faster.
Aria McGowan in the shotgun. Sets up, throws. That one almost intercepted, in and out of the hands of Bethany O'Toole on that left corner. And it's another turnover on downs. Maybe Sydney Shen got a hand on that.
Yeah, Aria was getting a lot of pressure on that. It was very stressful for her to get the ball out. She needs better protection on her O-line.
So Team White with great field position once again here to start their next possession at the Team Red 51-yard line. Aaron Walton in at quarterback, setting up, throwing, completing that. Annabelle Chevrier. Oh, sorry, that's Chanel Rioux with just her third catch of the football game with a pickup of 3.
She was gang tackled by La Framboise and Ondo and another player. That was a very good stop by Team Red.
On second down, 7 to go. Walton again, play action pass, she's in trouble, and the sack there by number 80, I'll make that number 90, Haley Raffi from the Regina Riot.
Yes, that was a great play. Team White needs to have more pressure put on them so that they can stop coming through. Team Red is stepping it up for sure.
So on third down, Christy Elliott comes in to kick the ball away. Alexandra Ondo awaiting the kick on one side on the left hash, and on the right hash it's Kelsey Murphy wearing number 28. And they're giving Christy Elliott a lot of respect here. Here's Elliott taking her time, getting the kick away end over end, bounces into the feet of Murphy. She picks it up, and she's brought down by number 85, Veronica Oshkowski. 17-0 at the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the 2022 Football Canada National Women's Red and White Evaluation Game on Rogers TV. Don't go anywhere, folks. Join us for the fourth quarter, won't you?
Johnny wanted to go back home. It was 1,000 kilometers away. They forced him to go to the Indian residential school. More than 150,000 of us children had to go. They wanted to change us.
Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name.
Hallowed be your name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done. Kill the Indian and the child. It's been called cultural genocide. I survived residential school. My brother Johnny did not.
Chani Wenjack was one of thousands of children who died due to Canada's residential school system. More than 80,000 survivors and their families still live with its legacy today.
Every year, dozens of Canadians are killed or seriously injured because they take risks around railway tracks. Talk to your loved ones about rail safety. Visit stoptracktragedies.ca.
On Monday's Daytime Ottawa, nutritionist Deirdre Burek joins us on the show. She's going to be sharing a delicious and nutritious recipe from her brand new book. And of course, we'll give you the details on how you can pick up that book. And coming up this weekend is a total lunar eclipse. We'll give you some great tips on how to watch it. And the Orleans Beer Festival makes its triumphant return. We'll tell you what you can expect at this year's festival. All that and more on Monday's Daytime.
These are certainly not your grandma's recipes. Join me next time on Simply Cooking by Usha, where I bake up a storm.
We are back at the Ravens Perch and Keith Harris Stadium on the campus of Carleton University. It's the 2022 Football Canada National Women's Red and White Evaluation Game. Dan Mooney, Sonia Rhodey, Lynn Martin-Villot, and our entire Rogers TV crew really enjoying this beautiful day. And a happy Mother's Day to everybody celebrating on this fantastic May 8th Sunday. Aria McGowan in at quarterback. The give to Sarah Wright up the middle, and she's tripped up in the backfield. But still gets to the line of scrimmage and picks up one.
She kept her ball, kept down her head down, fell on her ball, didn't let it go.
Ball at the 25. It's second down, 10 yards to go. McGowan with Sarah Wright in the backfield. Low snap. McGowan picks it up, throws, and it's intercepted. Jessica Lubicic pushed out finally at the 6-yard line. But Team White with the big interception and the 5th turnover of the ball game could cost Team Red.
Team White had some good blocking going on there. Team Red just couldn't catch up to Lauren, number 6.
Lauren Ferguson able to...
That's Sheila.
Shaylin DeJong from Saskatoon was the player able to make that interception, and now Aaron Walton and the Team White offense trying to push it through. Brunet gets it down to the 2. Number 27, Kennedy Mann, they're leading the charge defensively for Team Red.
That was a good handout. She was stopped by the D-line, and then Mann just took her down, pushed her, drove her down right before the end zone.
Walton in the backfield. Takes it herself, gets around the corner, she'll score. 23-0 in the extra point pending as Erin Walton takes it into the end zone.
She was wide open all by herself. Nobody there to see her. They saw her too soon, too late.
So Walton with the little bootleg, kind of like Russ Jackson used to do. The great Canadian CFL great.
That was a good play.
New kicker in there. And that one goes right through. That was Brooklyn Dice trying to get that extra point. It goes for naught, but it's 23-0 for Team White after that 6-yard touchdown run by Erin Walton. And that touchdown coming 2 minutes and 4 seconds into this fourth quarter.
That last run hurt a lot, Team Red. 23 points down. That's a lot to catch up for. Let's see how the coaches will change their strategies for Team Red.
So Brooklyn Dice getting set to kick it away. Ondo and Murphy waiting back. Dice's kick taken by Dekari Corbet. Rumbles forward and a good stick there from number 12 or 13, Virginie Roussel. And much like any football team, you really have to love versatile athletes like Roussel getting down there, working on special teams, making the tackle.
Absolutely. Now, I don't know what other sports that Roussel played, but she looks like an all-round athlete, and she can do pretty much anything.
They give up the middle. Casey Mccombs finally brought down by number 61, Jamie Braybook, after a rumble of 42 yards.
Wow, that was quite the run. Team Red is pumped up right now. Hopefully they keep it up. Let's keep going on that same vibe.
Mccombs busting through, used sparingly in the first half, and now 4 carries for 48 yards. Here's McGowan. Once again, lots of time, sets up, throws that one, and it goes through the arms of Rebecca Descaries-Corbet. Incomplete. It'll be second down.
Rebecca had two defensive players on each of her sides, but they weren't giving her that much pressure. Just the ball was maybe a little bit too high for her to catch.
Second down. Deepest push into Team White's side of the field. McGowan in trouble, and she's caught for the sack. Number 51, Danai Holinsky, the 21-year-old from Saskatoon, makes the sack and pushes Team Red back.
Again, the Team White's D-line is getting right through the O-line. Team Red needs to stop them. They need to make a nice brick wall and help their QB get that ball out.
Third down. 15 yards to go. McGowan sets up in the pocket, throws deep, and it's caught. Kowalski in for the touchdown. A 36-yard pass and run from McGowan to Kowalski, and Team Red's on the board.
That was a nice play. D-line did their job perfectly right here. O-line, I mean, nice blocks. Perfect catch by number 4.
So in there to attempt the extra point is Maud Lacasse. She played quarterback in the opening half, and now she's doubling as a place kicker.
She did. Let's see how she does.
Ball is down. Lacasse's kick is up and through, and it's 23-7. And the red team finally showing lots of life here in the fourth quarter.
Good job. Talking about versatile players. QB turned kicker.
That touchdown coming at the 4:26 mark of this fourth quarter. Maud Lacasse with the extra point, and it's 23-7. And you talk about quarterback being important, but it's also the relationship between a quarterback and a receiver. And you saw Al Kowalski coming back to the football, going up for it, reaching it at its highest point, coming down, and then just taking off.
Exactly, yes. But these girls, they don't know, a lot of them don't know each other, so they've never played together except for the past 3 days. They've been through extensive training also for the past 3 days, so they're tired.
Yeah.
One thing that they didn't do was any live tackling drills. None of them were evaluated for any tackling whatsoever. Just to keep them nice and healthy.
Tough to lose body, keep people healthy,
yes,
for sure. Here's Lacasse getting set for the kick. Gets it away, a line drive. Taken by Brenna Bouchard on the far side. A run back of about 4, but Team White now will go out. Their offensive unit will come out onto the field, but Team Red has to have gotten a big lift from that touchdown. You know their defense is going to be bumped up here.
Oh, yes, they got to be bumped up and prime and ready to go. They have to keep them from going through. Whatever they did last play, they have to keep doing that.
So, first down, 10 yards to go from the Team White 28-yard line. Walton setting up, throws, it's picked off. Ondo, Alexandra Ondo has it and runs it back to the 26. We talked about Team Red being pumped. Boy, if that's not an example of it, I don't know what is.
That was an amazing read by Ondo. Wow, what a player. She was there. She saw the ball come, and she just went and caught it.
The fourth turnover of the football game by Team White. And now another opportunity for Aria McGowan and the Team Red offense to get more points on the board and get a little closer.
They need to get those passes to connect.
McGowan, breakdown in communication. McGowan forced out of the pocket, pushed out of bounds at the 20-yard line, so it'll be a pickup of about 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Exactly why. She hasn't played with any of these players yet, so the communication was not so great right there, but she did a good call and decided to run with the ball, and she gained lots of yards with that.
A 36-yard touchdown pass from Aria McGowan to Al Kowalski. Here's McGowan once again, looking over the middle, looking there for Rebecca Kutsa Giannopoulos, and She was open, but the ball just a little off target.
She was wide open. The defensive players were far away from her, but yeah, the ball was just a little bit too, not enough to get to her hands.
So Kowalski comes back into the football game, and she'll be flanked wide left. McGowan in a quarterback. Casey Mccombs in the backfield. Low snap. McGowan throws, knocked down there by number 61, Jamie Braybrook. And another turnover on downs by Team Red.
Yeah, there was a little mismatch on those DBs. Braybrook was much bigger than the receiver.
So Team White gets away, dodges a bullet, comes away unscathed after that interception by Alexandra Ondo.
That was a great interception.
Yeah, on the left side of the bench. Yeah.
Aaron Walton. The give. And that's Nash. Kendra Nash. Thrown to the turf after a loss of about 3.
That was good pressure from Team Red. White couldn't get through at all. I think Team Red's defensive line has gotten a little bit more confident and they're playing a little bit more aggressive now.
Annabelle Chevrier into the ball game for Team White. Wearing number 10. Ricky Obed, flanked wide right. Walton looks left, throws downfield, and that might be interference as the intended receiver, Laurence Pobrey, was tied up there and close coverage from Marie-Claude Laframboise.
I'm just looking at the playback here, and there was like a good pressure on the QB from a defensive end, and which made that the pass to Pombria was incomplete.
So on third down, 10 yards to go. A couple of players short were Team Red. They had to get their 12 out there. And they need a punter. Christy Elliott looks like she's got an ice bag taped to her leg, so we won't see her again. And back in to handle the punting chores is the quarterback for Team Red, Aria McGowan. High snap over the head of McGowan. She goes back into the end zone, comes up with it, and kicks it away. Ondo takes it on the one hop. Ondo still with it. Finally, gang tackled there, led by number 8, Bethany O'Toole.
Wow, Ondo is everywhere today. She sees everything and she's quick. She makes really good decisions with the ball as well.
Well, she's an independent. She has no affiliation with any team in the country, but she is getting all kinds of attention here for what could potentially be our outstanding player of the game.
Absolutely. She's getting a lot of eyes on her.
McGowan over the middle. It's complete to Wright. Wright still on her feet, pushing her way beyond the 15, down to about the 12. There to make the stop, Jasmine Lacroix for Team White, but a big first down by Sarah Wright.
Great pass. Another great play for the Reds. They're slowly coming back. Still 23-7, but they still have time to make it back.
22 yards on the gain by Wright, and another first down for Team Red. Here's McGowan setting up, throwing that one across, in and out of the hands of number 18, Chantal Chenard.
Chantal had lots of pressure on her by Shaylin De Jong. Tapped the ball right out of her hands. Almost.
So it'll be second down. 10 to go from the 14. McGowan setting up, throwing into the corner. Touchdown! Once again, it's Al Kowalski with her second touchdown of this second half, and that gets the Team White back within 10 with the extra point to come.
Great pass for Team Red. Look at that. Oh, wow. Their team confidence is coming right back up. Jasmine Lacroix was the DB on the number 4 on that play. She just wasn't there fast enough.
So, with Christy Elliott out of this one, we're going to see them go for 2.
It looks like it.
Pass into the end zone. The 2-point attempt, no good. So the score now 23-13 with 5:12 remaining in the football game. Lots of great showings here in this red and white game. I think that the coaching staffs are going to have a really, really difficult job whittling this 70-player game into a 45-person roster.
Oh, yes, they should. This is a lot of talent on the field. All these ladies, they all want to be in the World Championship, on the national team. I'm happy I'm not one of those coaches down there, because the decision is looks to be very, very difficult. A lot of versatile players. Their decision is going to be tight. I don't know how they're going to. I don't know.
So once again, Maud Lacasse. That scoring drive, 3 plays, 36 yards, a minute 19 off the clock. So they're doing it quickly, which is exactly what they need to do.
Exactly.
Ball picked up there by Adrian Dudek, and nowhere to go. And Team White has their work cut out for them with all of the momentum on Team Red's side here in the second half. In the first half, it was all Team White.
Oh, yes. Team Red is bringing it right now. They're not stopping, and they're doing their plays much faster, no hesitation.
And they can ill afford to eat up too much of the clock with 5:06 left. They're still down by 10, but they've played a tremendous second half here. More importantly, a tremendous fourth quarter, and that's what you train for.
That's what they train for, but they look a little tired. Again, they've been training all week for this, 3 days, so.
Walton, the lefty, setting up, forced out of the pocket, gets rid of it, completes the pass over on the far side. Defensively, Virginie Lefrancois, one of your kids.
My one and only.
Gets the tackle after no gain.
We've been working on Virginie's tackling. Looks like it's working out.
Like the one time.
Alexandra Ondo, wearing number 24. She's been everywhere. She was a rugby player at the University of Ottawa and has never played football before. She's an all-star and an all-Canadian in rugby at the University of Ottawa for 4 years in a row.
That explains the amazing tackling.
It's tough to do it once, but to do it 4 years in a row?
Wow, that's amazing.
That says something.
Are you still the next set? Yes. We're off. They're in the next set still. Yep. I'm like losing track of time. I'm like, how many reps have the bum? Well, no, let's go to some
Injured player on the field is from Team Red, and that's number 56, Marissa Goddard.
Defensive tackle.
42 years old, from the Texas Elite Spartans.
Wow. That's off to her.
So, second down. 9 to go. Team White deep in their own territory. Walton has to jump for that loose ball, and it goes in and out of the hands of Annabelle Chevrier. So it'll be third down.
I don't know if Chevrier got scared, but she could see Ondo coming on in her peripheral vision.
Hearing footsteps, we used to call it.
She was coming in fast.
So Team Red are bringing out the punting unit, and it'll be Ondo and Murphy, Kelsey Murphy, back there to retrieve this Aria McGowan punt.
The coaches have their hands full. I could see the QB coach switching from side to side as one team has the offense and one team has the defense, and so on. So all coaches are switching from team to team.
End over end kick. Takes a bounce. Murphy has to just fall on it. A no yards call will be tacked on, but no return on the play. But Team Red, more importantly, Sonia, they get the football back with 3:47 left. And in Canadian football, and everybody knows that 3 minutes and 47 seconds is an eternity.
That's a lot. With the drive they have right now, I think they can catch up to the white team and more. They seem to have more energy than the white team at the moment.
McGowan, who just kicked that away, sets up to throw back the other way, complete to Girolami. A pickup of 13 and a good hit there from number 85, Veronica Oskowski from the Calgary Rage, but not before Girolami was able to pick up the first down.
It's a good thing she stopped her right there, because otherwise she would be gone.
From the Team White 43. McGowan setting up the screen into the hands of Casey Mccombs, and she was wrapped up quickly there.
That was a nice, good wrap. She wasn't going anywhere.
Tackle made by number 42, Emily Belanger. Second down, 8 yards to go. McGowan once again throwing downfield. That one knocked away. And the intended receiver was Haley Girolami once again, but she had to come back to the ball and might have lost her footing in her attempt to get back to the football.
It looks like it, yeah. Or it looks a little bit like she might have been pushed by the DB, but no flag on the play.
Patricia Mandan applying the defensive coverage in that last play. So on 3rd down and 8 yards to go. McGowan, play action to Mccombs, rolls to her left, throws downfield, in and out of the hands and back into the hands of Rebecca Koutsogiannopoulos. Right through the hands of the DB to Giannopoulos for a gain of 30 yards.
What a play. Oh my, that DB. Jasmine Lacroix, that was, she could have caught that ball.
Well, no doubt she'd like to have that one back, but Team Red now sniffing the goal line. Here's McGowan. McGowan fakes the throw, rolls to her left, throws back against the grain, looking for Al Kowalski. That goes incomplete, and that's a really tough throw to make, rolling to your left and throwing back to the right.
Absolutely, not very many QBs are good at doing that.
Right-handed QBs, lefties are good at that.
Yes, that's true. She was having a lot of pressure coming in from her right. She had no choice.
And the 2-point conversion. Intended for Girolami, incomplete. So that makes it 23-19. A major score still necessary for Team Red to get in this one, but after the first half, we didn't think that Team Red would be able to come back in this one, but they have in a very, very good way. 23-19 the score now with 1:55 left to go. No. She didn't get in the end zone. Got down to the 10.
Oh, no.
So here's the kick. It's up, and it's good. So now it's 23-16. I thought that...
I thought so, too.
I thought Koutsogiannopoulos was into the end zone for sure. But it's a field goal, 23-16, as Maud Lacasse gets Team Red back within a converted touchdown.
What a game. I mean, in the beginning, it wasn't so. Team White was overpowering Team Red for absolutely almost every play, and now Team Red is making a nice comeback.
Minute 51 left to go here on a beautiful Mother's Day, and once again, happy Mother's Day to all of you celebrating. It's a beautiful day here in the nation's capital, and we hope that you're enjoying this one. First for us in the nation's capital, seeing the best women football players in the country.
Very exciting day for us mothers, and I'm sure there's many mothers playing out there today on that field as well.
Pass by Walton goes incomplete. And it'll be 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Minute 47 left on the clock. Changes made. Brunet coming into the game. And number 18, Chanel Rioux, coming out. No doubt Brunet bringing in a play from the sidelines. Walton at quarterback. Rolling to her right, throws for Brunet, complete. Very close to 1st down yardage. They'll give it to her. The pickup, 10 yards on the play. And Rosa-Marie Brunet gets another 1st down for Team White. And that might be the straw that broke the back of Team Red. They needed a first down, and Team White, the offense has stagnated a little here in the second half.
Yes, they have. Unfortunately, the defense has to step it up and try to get that ball back for the offense.
Lots of people to be considered for our most outstanding player. You got Al Kowalski with 2 touchdowns. There's Walton with a quick pass for number 28, Ricky Obed. And Obed races down the sideline for a pickup of 13 yards. And another first down.
She was stopped by linebacker Raylan Schaefer.
Timeout called by Team Red, or Team White. They've called the timeout. They want to just rest everybody, probably with a minute 1 left to go. It's tough to finish a football game when you're out there and you're exhausted.
Absolutely, and as we said, like the defense, the Red defense and the White offense are the ones that have been on the field the longest today, and the offense seems to be pretty exhausted at the moment.
But Team Red, whose defense looked very, very tired in the opening half, seemed to have had a new lease on life here in the second.
That's true. It seems like they found like a second, third, and fourth breath. They found some confidence, especially the D-line. The pressure is much harder.
Clock won't start until the snap of the football. Walton. Little breakdown in the backfield. Give to number 19, Brenna Bouchard. And Bouchard cuts around the right side to pick up about 3.
She was stopped by none other than Ondo.
You look at Alexandra Ondo and the fact that she's never played football before, and she's certainly setting herself up for a big starting role on the Canadian national team, isn't she?
She absolutely is. It's difficult. Myself as a rugby player, going from rugby to football, tackling with equipment is, I'm telling you, is hard compared to tackling with no equipment at all. It's much harder than without.
Well, when you're trying to wrap around and you got the shoulder pads in the way
and the helmet.
It does make life a lot more difficult, but Alexandra Ondo has just shown us so much here this afternoon. Walton once again puts that one up and completes it to McEwen. McEwen gets around the corner. Hannah McEwen finally pushed out of bounds inside the 30 at the 29. Another pickup of 17 yards for Hannah McEwen. And Team White continues to roll down the field. And Team Red needs a big play with 43.1 seconds left to go if they want to tie things up. They trail by a converted touchdown.
They absolutely have. Team Red needs to get more aggressive, shed those blocks, because Team White is doing a good job on those blocks.
Aaron Walton. Walton throws over the middle, completes it to Bethany O'Toole, and O'Toole gets to the 15. Another pickup of 14. And another big first down for Team White. 36.8 seconds. They're going to try and get in the end zone before the end of this one.
Hopefully, Team Red stops them right here and tries to gets the ball back. But even with this much time left, there's nothing they can do anymore.
First down. And Team White can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. There's a pass into the end zone. Goes incomplete. looking for Laurence Pobrey was Aaron Walton, and it'll be second down. 7.1 seconds left to go, and for all intents and purposes, this should be the last play of the football game.
That's correct. Only 7.1 seconds left. I think that's the last play of the game. Let's see if the defense makes it spectacular and gets a pick.
The bench holding up their helmets, trying to rally their defense to hold them here on what could be the final play of the football game. Second down, 10 yards to go. Walton sets up, throws, completes it to Brunet, in for the touchdown. Rose Emily Brunet. And it's now 29-16, Team White.
Nicole Drouin, who was there, who almost got her before to stop her, missed the tackle. She's feeling down on herself, but her colleagues are there to tell her she did a good job anyways. She's taking a knee right now.
Maud Lacasse going onto the field to kick the extra point.
Nicole Drouin has a knee down.
She's the injured ball player with 1.3 seconds remaining. And might be fatigue. She's been out there a lot all afternoon. I don't think she's come off the field.
I think you're right. I don't think she has.
Well, as far as defensively anyway.
I think that's Kelsey Murphy going on
to take her place. And from you're the coach of the Capital Rebels, and it's a brand new program starting up. Let's talk about it. How many women do you have interested in playing football in the nation's capital? And is it? I know it's a football hotbed for minor football and university football, and of course the Ottawa Red Blacks. But now the women have an opportunity to show what they have.
Women do. I mean, not many people knew that we existed. We just started 3 years ago, but in the midst of COVID. It's any woman 18 and over that that are ready to come out and play. We're ready to teach them and experience or not. It's difficult. We only have 20 women on the team right now. But because nobody knows where we exist. And now with the new high school programs coming out, we're trying to get the word out that after high school, we're your next level if you want to continue playing. As we can see, women's football is growing, and it's nice and strong.
(29-16), Team White in front. The scoreboard here in the park has gone through an inadvertent mistake, but that score that you see is correct. And they'll have one more kickoff here, so that wouldn't it be something if Team White were to kick it off and Team Red would run it all the way back on the final play?
That would be a good way to finish this game.
So Maud Lacasse will go out there. Christy Elliott, who handled all of the kicking for both teams in the first half, had to come out of the game with an injury to her right leg, the top of her right leg. It looked like there might have been a little strain there, but still a great opportunity for her to sort of get a feel for what this national team program is all about. A brand new program, too.
Very new program. Hopefully it keeps going strong and we get more and more women interested in here.
Well, this is a great way of of doing that, showcasing the best in the country that the country has to offer. This will be the final play of the game. Ondo takes a knee, and the final score 30-16 for Team White over Team Red. And wow, a really great display of football, and I know that there are going to be a lot of people that were very, very surprised to see the caliber of the football. Still a very, very brand new program, but the folks at Football Canada are working very, very hard to make sure that Canada is well represented at the World Championships in July 24th through August 8th in Helsinki, Finland. So this will be a great experience and a wonderful opportunity for these ladies to not only play football but represent their country doing it.
This is an amazing opportunity for all of these ladies, young and older. I mean, to be able to represent Canada for the World Championships. The United States have been the ones winning this tournament for the past three tournaments that they've had in the World Championship.
That's
so
not
let's hope.
Surprising.
No, but let's hope Canada can bring it and win this year.
Indeed, the Team Canada program looks like it's growing in leaps and bounds, and 136 women came to the nation's capital in the hope of making one of 70 spots to play in this game this afternoon. The coaching staff are going to have to whittle things down to 45 players for the World Championships in July, and boy, have they got their work cut out for them.
Oh my, I am happy I'm not one of those coaches. These are all amazing athletes to me. To go through these days, these 3 past days of intense training, going against all these people that they don't know. And I mean, there's 3 different leagues here. There's one from the East, one from the West, and the very new league that we just started this year, the CCWFL, the Central Canadian Women's Football League, is just starting this year. So we have women have been playing for 10, 15 years, and others that have just started playing, competing all against each other here.
Inspirational indeed. And speaking of inspirational, our most outstanding player of this red and white game, Alexandra Ondo, standing by with Danielle Bain.
Thanks, Dan. I'm here with Alexandra Ondo, player of the game. Alexandra, even though your squad didn't come out with the win today, how happy are you with your performance that you put on?
Honestly, I'm pretty happy. It's my first football game, so I'm really happy with the results. And on it after halftime, the white team was up by a lot, so I'm really happy we were able to come back and score a couple times. So yeah.
And like you said, this was your first football game. We learned that you're originally a rugby player. You played at University of Ottawa. For all 4 years you played there, you were an all-Canadian player. How were you able to transfer those skills to football so well?
I think, honestly, the position I'm playing with football is very similar to the one I played in rugby. There's some similarities. Sorry. So I think in terms of like physicality and stuff, the sports are pretty similar, so it's transferable, yeah.
And for those who didn't hear that, Alexandra Ondo was also just announced most outstanding player in this game. How does that make you feel?
It's pretty awesome. Like, honestly, it's unbelievable. I got to the second practice of camp, and I got one of my rugby friends to come try out with me and stuff, and we couldn't believe we were trying out for Team Canada, and how great it was, honestly.
And of course, after this game, they're cutting the roster down to that final roster for the World Championships in July. How hopeful are you that you'll be able to make that squad?
I'm pretty hopeful. I mean, honestly, I was just here to learn and for the experience. So either way, I'll be really happy with how things went. But yeah, it'd still be pretty awesome to be selected for sure.
And, you had that amazing interception. You had a great kick return. What do you hope for yourself for the future of football and maybe your career in it?
I'm really hoping to just build my game knowledge. That's where I'm feeling like I'm lacking a lot. So really want to just keep learning, and what best place to learn than with the best coaches in the country.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Alexandra. This is the player of the game. Congratulations on such a great showing, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
On behalf of Dan Mooney, Lynn Martin-Vio, Sonia Roti, and the entire Rogers TV crew, I'm Danielle Bain. Thanks so much for watching the Women's National Team Trials on Rogers Sports Exclusive.
The motherhood, maternal bonds, and the important influence of moms in our society. The pandemic continues to reveal to us how crucial moms are to the well-being of our youth. From the bottom of my heart, thank you to all the moms out there.
October 5th, 2014, my daughter was hit by a train. She was walking along the sides of the tracks, and it shattered her world.
Hi, my name's Ange. I'm from the Angelina Hunter Trio. We will be performing this week as part of Encore Ottawa 3, and we really hope that you enjoy our set.
I did it.
I need it.
The hero gave it.
And I am alive.
As an organ donor, you can save up to 8 lives and enhance the lives of 75 others. Please go to our website. Pledge a gift of life. You'll be glad you did.
Join me for Season 3 of Paula Roy's Favorite Foods. Whew, that was a lot. I think I need a nap.
Back to the Ravens Perch at Keith Harris Stadium on the campus of Carleton University. Boston Glory 6, Ottawa Outlaws 4 after 1 quarter of play. Theo Wan, here's the highlights.
Yeah, we're seeing, you're going to see a lot of Cole Davis-Brand, number 22 for Boston. He was tearing up in the first quarter. It was just a devastating end for Ottawa. 2 short field turnovers leading to 2 straight breaks for Boston. Now they get a start on offense. So it's a little bit of an uphill climb here for Ottawa. Let's see what they can do here in the second quarter.
Ottawa's defensive unit out there. So they'll be giving up the disc to open this second quarter. So look at a few of the Ottawa Outlaws not in the lineup tonight, but they ought to be here and just be part of this. It really has turned into an event, has it? Over 500 people here in the stands at Keith Harris Stadium.
Yeah, we got the Carly Rae Jepsen music going. There's giveaways happening, so you definitely got to check out a game here at the Ravens Perch. Beautiful campus, Carleton University, for some AUDL Ultimate.
So now we wait.
My unconscious bias right there.
We are set. Greg Ellis with the pull. Sailing disc into the hands of Andrew Pillsbury for Sadok. Near side, Ray Tetro. Tetro, Sadok. Little flip back. Davis-Brand has to go up for it, and a defensive foul against the Outlaws.
Will Dixon there with the foul, the Queen's University player making his AUDL debut. Exciting for him, and hopefully his family and friends are watching in the audience.
Willie Stewart throws it back. Brand can't come up with it. Here's the turnover. Here's Dixon into the end zone. And Paul Mensa scores his first goal of the season and makes it 6-5 Boston.
That is what you draw if you're Luke Phelan, Hagen Ringland, or Laura Story, the coaches of Ottawa Outlaws. You get a short field turnover, you punch it in right away, and you get your rookie throwing his first ever AUDL assist. That is some exciting stuff, folks.
Will Dixon drawing the helper. And the opening goal of this second quarter comes from the Outlaws, and Theo, they needed it.
Most definitely, after dropping two in a row like that in the devastating fashion that it was, to be able to repay the favor, that's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah. Here's Ellis once again. Nice pull. Big pull with the wind at his back. Taken by Stewart. Sadot. Cole Davis. Little flip. Sadot has it. Out. Forked over Davis. Davis back inside for Sadot. Sadot looks one way. Back for Davis. Pillsbury now. Flips that one out. Topher Davis. Trying to direct traffic. Finds Sadot. Sadot gets a bump. And it's a foul. A travel against Sadot. They'll maintain possession. Sadot for Pillsbury. Pillsbury back inside. Davis Brand with a good catch. And he throws the hammer into the end zone looking for Hunter Lang, and he can't bring it down. There might be a call here, and going against the other number 29, Carson Turner. Or Brandon Adebe.
So he fouled Hunter Lang on the catch. Hard to see on the replay there, but either way, Boston's going to get the disc on the goal line. Chance to push it.
Lang. Forced back out, Pillsbury. Looking for a quick hit. Throws it in. And a catch made there by Wally Stewart. And Boston has restored their 2-goal advantage.
Ben Sadot was working really hard on that point. He might not always get the disc, but he's always moving around, and that causes a lot of problems for the Ottawa defense. So they're going to have to continue to put a tight mark on him and kind of take him out of the game. But Cole Davis Brand is stepping up for the Boston Glory right now. I know he had that ill-advised flick earlier, but I've been really impressed with this play so far.
Cole Davis Brand and that guy right there, Willie Stewart, has really made his presence felt on the offensive side of the disc for Boston. 9 minutes, 10 seconds left here in the opening half. Cody McInnes with the high pull. Brings Toogood to his own 15, brings it out. Jeff Bevan for Boucher. Boucher and tall Paul breaking. Boucher once again for Bevan. Back to Boucher. Boucher, the lefty. Flips it back out for Bevan. He's got some space. Bevan looking deep. He's got David Cholich. Cholich is in the end zone. Ottawa back within a goal.
Cholich with his second goal of the game. He did that all last year as well, coming down with a lot of skies for Ottawa. So you love to see that. Finished second on the team with 14 goals last season. And Jeff Bevan led all Outlaw players in assists as well in 2021. So you're going to see why those two are back. The core is back for Ottawa. That's why a lot of people are excited about this squad. They bring a few rookies in, keep the core intact. That's a recipe for success.
If you can continue to do that on an annual basis, yes.
That's the hope in Ottawa. That's what they're trying to build here, Dan. So I think they have a lot of the young players that are Ottawa homegrown that are going to continue to stay with this program. If they can do that, they'll experience success for years to come in the AUDL.
And not too many owners as dedicated as the one here in Ottawa with Jim Lloyd. Sit down. Davis Brand. Inside, Willie Stewart. Stewart looking downfield, too far for Topher Davis.
A little bit of a low throw there. Needs to put it a little bit higher so Topher Davis can run onto it.
Ellis sends that one up, and Carson Turner had to go up high to bring it down. Paul Mensah. Turner to the sidelines. Ellis has it. Ellis, low toss. Nice catch there by Martin Gallant. Mensah into the end zone. Ellis has it. We're tied at 7.
You heard the roar of the crowd when Marty Gallant caught the disc there. Got the hockey assist on that one as Ottawa ties it up. Another break. And Greg Ellis, it is his birthday. You probably heard it over the PA, so we're going to celebrate him as well. Happy birthday, Greg Ellis.
Well done, Ottawa back in this one. Had a chance to talk a little bit to Greg before this one, and he was excited about getting this season underway for sure.
Now, they weren't too happy with how the season ended. They started off hot with their victory over Toronto, their first ever, and things didn't go the way they wanted towards the end. And now it's kind of a chance for them to avenge that. They get to play the full 12-game schedule here in the AUDL. Get to play against the American teams. That's the exciting part.
Yeah, for 2 years, that border has been closed and has effectively kind of choked the AUDL a little bit and not allowed them to, I guess, continue the growth that they enjoyed for the first 3 seasons. Stewart. Sadok fakes the puck. Forced back. Good grab there by Hunter Lang to save it. Finds Sadok once again. Sadok looking downfield, looking for Ray Tetreault. Got it! Had to have been an 80-yard huck. And Boston retakes the lead.
Ray Tetreault got free of Brendan Adibay, but he did run into the ref there, so an inadvertent pick, but that's part of the game, and that allows Ray Tetreault to get the score. Probably one of the easiest he'll get in his career.
There's Ray Tetreault just giving Boston the lead once again. And Boston, despite the lack of numbers on their roster tonight, have really played tremendously well here in this opening half to give Ottawa a really good test. And if this is an indicator of the depth of this franchise, then Boston is going to be a team to be reckoned with later on in the season.
Going for that 3rd spot, as I mentioned, or potentially even the 2nd spot in the East. You talked about off the top, missing the 15 goals. So once they get those players back, like Orion Cable, Tanner Johnson, Jeff Grant, Anders Olsen, to name a few, they're going to be deadly for sure in the East.
Boucher. Too good. Back for Boucher. Flips it out. Bevan. The back toss for Boucher inside his own end zone. Flips it out. Tall Paul Renault. Back for Boucher. Renault. Inside, Bevan had to go up for it. Comes down, looking deep. Bevan's toss. Can he get it? Catch there. David Cholich has the hat trick.
3 goals for David Cholich, but that was all set up by that throw. That's basically the only spot he could have hit there. If he floated it, the defender would have run onto it. So what a laser throw to David Cholich, and Ottawa going punch for punch right now with Boston.
8, 6, 10 left to go here in the opening half, and Cholich young enough to not have to go for oxygen.
A lot of the Ottawa squad very young, as you mentioned, so talked about the core earlier, and if they continue to build on that young core, that's going to be a good thing. Don't need the oxygen, as you mentioned there, Dan.
I would.
That's why we're up here and they're down there.
Ain't that the truth?
Frisbee's coming your way, launching official Outlaws 2020.
Ellis with the pull. Into the hands of Andrew Pillsbury. Pillsbury. Sadot. Drops that off. Tetra in for Willie Stewart. Back out for Sadot. Sadot to the outside. Nice chuck in there for Cole Davis-Brand. He looks one way, goes the other, and finds Topher Davis. Willie Stewart. 9 yards out. Stewart forced wide. Sadot, no problem getting underneath that. Here's Sadot. Looks to the corner. All kinds of movement. Cole Davis-Brand trying to get back outside. Goes into the corner. Finds Topher Davis at the goal line. Davis, the throw! Great defensive play there. I believe it was Alexandra that got in the way of that. No, make that Carson Turner. Great play, and Ottawa now has possession of the disc with 4:50 left to go here in the second quarter. Toss to the far side. Turner. Back for Munoz. Munoz down the field into the hands of Matt O'Brien. O'Brien running out of time. Drops that off, and a timeout called by the Ottawa Outlaws.
Good timeout call in my opinion. High stall count. He was running out of options, had Addy Bay on the left, but there was a double team. So Ottawa makes the timeout. The offense is going to come out now, see if they can punch it in.
Don't have a lot of real estate to cover here once things get underway once again, but there's a good look at Jonah Munoz, who made a great play at the line to knock the disc away and give Ottawa possession.
And Munoz, another one of those homegrown players. You're going to hear us say that a lot on the broadcast. A lot of players that grew up playing for the Ottawa Juniors program, so kudos to those coaches getting people involved in the sport all from a young age and developing them into future Ottawa Outlaw players.
Well, and now, the most interesting part about the Outlaws and the AUDL coming to the nation's capital is the fact that there's another outlet for players at the elite level.
Yeah, definitely the club level, and now you get to play in front of your friends and family. As you mentioned, over 500 people in the crowd. That is exciting. I don't know how that doesn't give you chills as a player to see that many people cheering you on. That's awesome.
I'm not sure if it's the 500 giving me chills or the weather.
Both.
Into the end zone for the score, and Ottawa takes a 9-8 lead. Guess who? David Cholich with his fourth of this game, and Nick Boucher with another assist.
With that Ottawa goal and that break, we're seeing Boston's offense come back out on the field. The same 7. They're going to run 8 on offense this game, so the same 8 people are going to be out there. So that'll be interesting. We talked about how they only have 17 players. So if you're going to run these players for multiple points in a row, how's that going to stack up, not just for today, but that midday matchup tomorrow against Montreal?
There's Ben Sadot directing traffic, issuing instructions for his Boston Glory teammates. Here's the pull by Ellis, a low one. Sails in. Tough catch for Sadok to make, but he finds Davis Brand. Davis Brand for Ryan Turner. Turner for Cole Davis Brand. Sadok on the far side. Sadok in there for Ray Tetro. Tetro looks downfield, finds Ryan Turner, but he can't make the catch. Ottawa with the turnover. Little flip over and another interception there by Cole Turner Brand. Or Cole Davis Brand, excuse me. Here's Davis Brand once again. Runs out of time.
That stall count comes fast, especially when you play at the club level, so you got to get rid of the disc quickly.
Ellis looking into the corner. He's got an open man. Can he stay in? No, the disc sailed on him. Looking for Will Dixon right once again, and Dixon in his first AUDL game already has an assist, looking for his first goal.
Ellis after that throw holding his head, hands on the head there, knowing he shouldn't have made that decision, but chance to get it back here for the Ottawa defense.
Sadok. Pillsbury found that too hot to handle.
That's 2 drops now for Boston. Maybe some butter on those fingers on the sideline or something, but they gotta be sure of those catches.
Well, Pillsbury turnovers were always a favorite in my family. Here's Too Good. Flips that out, Dixon. Dixon into the end zone. The catch is made. Braden Robinson. And another assist for Will Dixon. It's 10-8 Ottawa.
Braden Robinson loves to bring the hype for the team. You saw it in the post-score celebration, as you can see on your screen. He's in his 3rd year for the Outlaws, 25 years old, number 25. He says this is the year he's going to break out, showing us maybe a preview of that with that goal.
Certainly one of the most animated members of the Ottawa Outlaws, especially in pregame. He's, if you ever get an opportunity, folks, Braden Robinson puts on a bit of a show, but it's all part of his routine to get involved in a game.
Every player has that. Some like to be stoic and do mindfulness. I know players that do that, and some love to get hype, put on the tunes. So right now, Ottawa's defense is hype. Boston's offense, I see Sadok and Davis Brand out there for their 3rd straight point, Dan.
Sadok for Davis Brand, for Willie Stewart. Stewart looking deep, trying to find Tetru. No, it is good. A great grab there. And it's now 10-9, Pat Barron with the catch.
Barron played college with Ben Sadok and Chris Bartoli, who are both on this Boston Glory squad, and he's been playing mostly defensive points, jumps on offense, makes an impact right away. You see him right there on your screen. Maybe we'll see him more on offense if they continue to struggle. We'll see what the coaching staff decides from Boston.
I think just because of the numbers, you'll see him more on offense.
Yeah, they'd be well suited to kind of mix it up, especially for these longer points. Got another game tomorrow. I can't say that enough. Interesting to think about. Midday game.
And bus legs.
The bus legs, too. That's another added thing for them in their tiredness.
Disc goes out. Jeff Bevan. Too Good. Dishes off. Boucher. Bumped there by Ivan Tran. Still able to make the play. Back for Bevan. Or make that Too Good for Boucher. Boucher. Renault. Looks deep.
Yes, Cole, get there, baby!
Little toss for Boucher. Boucher. Left-handed hammer sails over the head of the defender into the hands of Bevan. It's 11-9 Ottawa.
Boucher throwing his 4th assist, continuing on his assist numbers for his career, just adding to that total, folks. He is the cornerstone of this Ottawa offense, and you see why. 149 assists coming into this game for his career. That's a lot of helpers for number 89.
And Bevan with his first goal of the season. And poor Ben Horisberger, the defender on that play, just had the disc sail over him as it was arriving in his area. So he really had no play.
Great throw from the veteran Nick Boucher, throwing the right amount of edge on it. Horisberger, a Portland high school athlete, 18 years old, so he can play in the AUDL, but still in high school.
Sado. Davis, Brand, Willie Stewart. Stewart drops the hammer over. Nice grab there by Topher Davis. He's looking into the end zone for Turner. He's got it. 11-10, 54.4 left.
Kenny and Robinson, I think they were caught looking at the Topher Davis catch. Wasn't sure if it was going to be a turnover, and they let the Boston player Ryan Turner squirt free there. And so that's that defensive breakdown. You can't have that happen too often. It hasn't been happening too much for either side, to be honest. There's been a few drops here and there. Now you got 54 seconds left for your Ottawa. Do you decide to kind of milk the clock a bit, or do you try to strike early? We're going to find out.
Taking care of the clock is certainly one play. I still think with less than a minute to go, keep your foot on the gas pedal and try and get as many points before the break as you can.
You're going to get the disc back on offense if you're Ottawa in the third quarter. So definitely getting that final score would be helpful.
Another low pull against the wind, rolls out of bounds.
Almost identical to a pull we saw earlier for Boston.
There's Bevan. Hill. Boucher. Little flip inside for Renault. Renault finds Alec Arsenault. Arsenault in there, hard for Ian Wallace. Wallace. Arsenault for Boucher. Boucher trying to eat up the clock. Great leaping try by Arsenault. Goes unrewarded.
Timeout from Boston. Smart decision from Coach Rosenthal. Get the offense on. You have 24.8. Plenty of time to march it up the field in your side of it. So if you're Ottawa, put your best defensive players on.
These timeouts give you an opportunity to catch your breath, too.
Ladies and gentlemen, for
get the oxygen that you mentioned earlier.
It's not a warm evening here as well, so you also run the risk of cramping because of the colder weather. Boston can ill afford to lose anybody at this point, but any injury on either side is not something you really want to see this early in the season.
No, we saw that last year with a couple players for Ottawa. I know Alec Arsenault got hurt in the final game of the season and wasn't able to fully play that one. Nick Boucher only playing 4 games. When teams have their full lineups, that's obviously when they're at their best. So we always do, as sports broadcasters, you hope for the best for both teams with less injuries.
You like to see teams fielding their best at all times.
Absolutely.
Boston has possession. Ben Sado. Sado drops that one off. Cole Davis Brand once again being marked there by Kyle Cantal. Pillsbury goes to his feet, finds Willie Stewart. Stewart has to reach, gets that one up for Chris Bartoli, and now they go downfield. Oh, what an effort by Hunter Lang, only to come up empty. 1.8 seconds left on the clock. And where is the disc going?
It's a timeout from Ottawa right now. Luke Phelan was running down the field. And now another chance for a buzzer beater. We saw it in the first quarter, got knocked down. We're going to stand up and get a better view of this possible buzzer beater at the end of the second quarter.
Ottawa with one last opportunity to widen their lead. With 1.8 seconds remaining in the opening half of opening night 2022 for the Ottawa Outlaws here at the Ravens Roost. What is it?
The Perch.
The Ravens Perch at Keith Harris Stadium on the campus of Carleton University in the nation's capital of Canada, Ottawa. Here's a chance. Ellis with the long hook. Disc is sailing. They go up and they come down with it. Matthew Hill. You talked about the buzzer beater, Theo, and that's exactly what you were speaking of.
Yeah, maybe prophesying it there for the audience, but Bevan launching an enormous backhand. Jeremy Hill able to come down under it. That gets the fans excited, but now it's halftime.
It is halftime. Everybody's going to cool out, but the Ottawa Outlaws certainly have the momentum going into the break. Ottawa leads Boston 12-10. You're watching the American Ultimate Disc League live on Rogers TV and other places too.
AUDL TV, yeah, there you go.
Gabriel Pizza, proud supporter of local sports. Gabriel Pizza, home of the bigger, better pizza. Now available online at GabrielPizza.com.
This year, Mental Health Week is all about empathy. Empathy is understanding what life is like for someone else, even when you don't agree. Empathy helps us support and connect with others at home, at work, and at school. Rogers TV is a proud community partner with the Canadian Mental Health Association in supporting Mental Health Week. Visit mentalhealthweek.ca for more information. Hashtag Get Real about how to help.
We can be hurt. We can be bruised. We can be broken. Slowed down, confused, and even numbed. But we can't be defeated. We're built on a foundation that's strong, our mission unwavering, and together we'll beat as one.
On Monday's Daytime Ottawa, nutritionist Deirdre Burek joins us on the show. She's going to be sharing a delicious and nutritious recipe from her brand new book. And of course, we'll give you the details on how you can pick up that book. And coming up this weekend is a total lunar eclipse. We'll give you some great tips on how to watch it. And the Orleans Beer Festival makes its triumphant return. We'll tell you what you can expect at this year's festival. All that and more on Monday's Daytime.
It's a new season of The New Fly Fisher on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to the Ravens Perch and Keith Harris Stadium on the campus of Carleton University. Dan Mooney, Theo Wan, and our entire Rogers TV crew, so pleased to have you on board for opening night here in Ottawa for the Ottawa Outlaws in the American Ultimate Disc League. One of the things that you can count on each and every season in the AUDL is the implementation of new blood into each and every roster. The Ottawa Outlaws are certainly no exception to that rule, as they brought in a new captain for this team, and his name is Jeremy Hill.
up, AUDL world? Welcome to another preseason episode of AUDL Upline and Out of Bounds. I am here with a AUDL veteran, for sure, someone who I know is looking forward very much to the 2022 season, Mr. Jeremy Hill from Ottawa. How's it going, Jeremy?
Good, Matt. Thanks for having me on.
Glad to have you on. You freezing up there, or are you holding steady for now?
It was pretty cold here, but it is getting a little warmer, which is nice to see, so we can hopefully get outside pretty soon.
All right. I am hoping for everybody's sake that you're able to get outside soon. I'm excited for the ABL audience to get to know you a little bit, so we're going to jump right into this introduction. And first question, hometown.
Sure, yeah. So, obviously, as mentioned, I'm an Ottawa Outlaws player, born and raised here. So it means a lot for me to play here in the capital of Canada, and I plan on keeping it that way for many years going forward.
Very cool. Homegrown legend. You love to see it. Current age.
Current age is 26 years old. I always turn 27 in the summer, so my birthday's in July.
Cool. Yeah, heading right into that prime, so that should be great. Next question. Did you attend college, and if so, what degree did you obtain?
Yeah, so I went to Brock University in St. Catherine, Ontario, and I have a bachelor's of sports management.
Very cool. Very cool. Moving on here, position on the field.
Sure. So yeah, I started off as mainly a downfield cutter, kind of looking for those long throws, kind of get some goals. But a lot more recently, I've kind of become a hybrid, coming underneath and being more of a versatile player. So that's kind of how I describe myself now.
Very cool. Making the natural progression, I see, which you love to see. So. Yeah. Moving on to ultimate origin story.
Sure, yeah. So I originally was supposed to go to Brock University to play soccer. So having already played 1 year in high school, ultimate, I went to school to play soccer, got injured, and then went to play ultimate just to keep active. Ended up being really enjoying the sport and falling in love with it. 4 years down the line, stayed at Brock to continue on with that, and then returned for a fifth season after tearing my ACL in my fourth. Went off to England to play for a semester as well, and then ever since 2015, so even while at Brock, I've been playing for the Outlaws. So it's been this will be my seventh season now playing for the Outlaws.
Yeah, that's awesome. A lot of international experience in there, which is always cool to see. You already answered my next question, which was number of years in the AUDL. So with that in mind, 7 years, that's a long time to be in it. The last intro question here is favorite AUDL moment in all those years.
I think it came from this past season. We got our first win over Toronto, which is for someone who's been around since the start. It's been a long time coming. Came in the first game of the season and kind of set our season off on the right foot. We weren't able to continue that success for the rest of the season, but it's just a good step in the right direction, I think, so it felt really good.
Absolutely. Getting the monkey off the back. I know when Atlanta beat Dallas for that one and only time, it felt pretty good. Now that we've gotten to know Jeremy a little better, we're going to jump into today's game segment, which is a classic from last year, GOATs. Greatest of all time. So the way it works is I'm going to give you a category, and you tell me who, what, when, where, what you think is the greatest of all time in that category. You got any questions before we kick it off?
Nope, seems pretty straightforward.
Yep. All right. First one here, greatest of all time, reality TV series.
Survivor would be my answer for that.
How many seasons deep are they now?
I believe this is like 42. It's one that I've always watched as a kid and growing up. I've applied once, so we'll see what happens maybe in future years.
Oh man, I would love to see you down the road on that. That would be amazing and hard to argue with 42 seasons of success. So
yeah,
Survivor it is. All right, next category, greatest of all time, country song of the last 25 years.
have to say the Cowboy in Me by Tim McGraw. Grew up listening to it, and every time I hear it, it just kind of brings me back.
Another classic. I'm not a big music guy, not a big country music guy, but I've heard of Tim McGraw. Hard to argue that as well. So.
Yeah.
All right, moving right along here then. Greatest of all time streaming service.
I'm going to go with Spotify. I think if you're thinking music, I know it's super popular, and I think people have been able to curate their albums, kind of, what they're doing or their interests, and I think it has really shown a lot about people. If you're thinking TV, I have to go with Netflix. I think that's probably the easiest and largest and kind of offers quite the variety. So.
Yeah, you can get by for a good amount of time on just Spotify and Netflix, for sure. Yeah. All right, got a couple more here. Greatest of all time, dog toy.
Dog toy.
I know you got some dogs, so what's their favorites?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of depends on if one dog has one toy and one has another, because they will fight over them, but I think the original Kong with peanut butter filled is a classic. If you can freeze that puppy and keep it going for a while, you can distract them and, move on with your life for the next hour while they keep busy. So I have to say that would be a good with dog toys.
Agreement with you. I got a couple of dogs and chewers myself. Shout out Kong. You ever want to sponsor the league or the show, we'd love to have you.
Yeah.
Last one here, taking us home. We're going to get back to Ultimate a little bit. Greatest of all time, I know there's a lot, but greatest of all time, Canadian Ultimate player.
I think it's fairly obvious for anyone in Canada, especially anyone from Ottawa. Derek Alexander would have to be my GOAT for Canadian Ultimate players. I've personally been able to learn a lot from him, and I think I may be biased, but that definitely be my answer.
Very cool. I know a lot of ABL fans would agree with you there. Derek Alexander, absolute legend. I hope we use this as an excuse to, throw in a couple more highlights so everybody gets to see it. But strong answer there. All right. Well, I appreciate you playing along, and I'm glad we got to know you a little more. Unfortunately, we are out of time for today. Before we get out of here, any last shout-outs you want to give?
Just to my teammates for this season. I'm excited to get going. I know you're all working very hard. So we'll see you and the fans very soon.
Absolutely. I know I speak for a lot of the fans and a lot of the ABL world, but I know I'm excited to watch the Outlaws take the field again in 2022. I know it's been a long 2 years up there with COVID and whatnot, but really happy to have y'all back in the swing of things, and, good luck in this brand new season. But for now, back to Abby.
Jeremy Hill, an excellent addition to the executive group of players here and the leadership group of the Ottawa Outlaws. He has a goal in this one to help his Ottawa Outlaws lead 12-10 at halftime. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with more of our halftime show after these words.
On Monday's Daytime, Ottawa nutritionist Deirdre Burek joins us on the show. She's going to be sharing a delicious and nutritious recipe from her brand new book. And of course, we'll give you the details on how you can pick up that book. And coming up this weekend is a total lunar eclipse. We'll give you some great tips on how to watch it. And the Orleans Beer Festival makes its triumphant return. We'll tell you what you can expect at this year's festival. All that and more on Monday's Daytime.
I'm Julian Armour from Music and Beyond. Join us for a new show this spring on Rogers called Music and Beyond Presents.
Ottawa's local shops, restaurants, and services are woven into the fabric of our city. We can all help them during these challenging times. Order from them online, purchase gift certificates to use later, order meals for takeout or delivery, Send them messages of support on social media. Please do it today. Learn how at ottawa.ca/buylocal.
Ottawa is a very political city, and it's not just political with the people in Parliament. You got street politics, you got business politics, you got basketball politics, and if you don't know how to navigate the systems, you get left behind. I did. They thought I went crazy. They thought I was dead. I was. But it's never too late to heal, to rebuild, to reinvent yourself. Present.
Welcome back. 12-10, the Ottawa Outlaws lead at halftime, and Theo Wan, it's been pretty even. Not only the score, but almost every other stat category as well.
The big one that I'm seeing is the break chances for Boston, 2 of 7. Ottawa only 4 for 9 as well. It was just an exciting end to that first half, that buzzer beater to end it. So hopefully you didn't miss it at home, but you get to watch some exciting second half action between Boston and Ottawa.
1.8 seconds they scored to take or to widen that lead to 2. But let's take a look at some of the first half highlights. And boy, both of these teams are putting on a really good show.
Yeah, we see number 34 David Cholich and number 22 Cole Davis-Brand. Those two were the standouts for both sides, really delivering goals and impact for their respective teams.
There's tall Paul Renault, and another great layout there by Holden Cookson. And Paul Mensah getting in on the act too. Pillsbury's toss to Willie Stewart.
Yeah, Willie Stewart has definitely stepped up in the absence of some of the players that they've been missing. So he's been doing a good job of handling along with Ben Sadok and Cole Davis-Brand. Expect to see more out of the UNCW alumni in this second half.
But as you see, Bevan and the other number 10. And we are underway here in the second half. Ottawa leading 12-10, and they get the disc first to start the third quarter. Renault sends that one deep. Layout. Great try there by Alec Arsenault, just beyond his reach.
Boston was 2 for 7, as I mentioned, with break opportunities. They get another one here. Can they punch it in?
Into the hands of Holden, and a whistle. Be a foul against a timeout called by Boston once again.
It's an early timeout called, Dan. We just
very rare that I see.
Yeah, very rare. I think they just want their offense on the field right now. They only get 2 per half, so very curious that they called it so early. We barely caught our breath and they already called it.
Well, interesting that you brought it up during the halftime break. Both teams would normally go into a dressing room and warm up, but they both stayed outside where the air is cooling by the minute. And they didn't go in and get warm. They stayed out. Not sure about the strategy behind that, other than the fact that it would have been too much time to get into an area where they could warm up. Ben Sadok, kind of the straw that stirs the drink, a goal and 3 helpers in that opening half for Boston.
I love that analogy because it's definitely true. Marty Gallant has drawn that matchup a lot. We'll see what he can do against the shifty handler from Boston.
Sadok. No movement from Boston. Now they start their procession. Pillsbury. Sadok back to Pillsbury. Pillsbury to the outside. Tetro can't handle it. What a great block there. And Ottawa gets possession near the Boston goal line. All the way back out, defensive play made by Matt O'Brien. Turner gets it back out. Turner gets it into the corner. Into the hands of Brandon Atabey. And it's 13-10 Ottawa.
That plan from Boston absolutely backfired there, Dan. They called the early timeout. Now they're down to one. Turn it over short field, allow Ottawa's defensive line to punch it in. And now it's 13-10. More uphill climbing here for the Glory.
Glory in tough right now, down 3, still a ton of time remaining on the clock, but we presented the Glory scenario to you considerably in this broadcast. They don't have any bodies, and that is going to ultimately, pardon the pun, ultimately lead to making it a much more difficult task to get by these Ottawa Outlaws at home.
Yeah, you keep saying Cole Davis, Brandon, Ben Sadok out there. They can only handle so much. I know they're athletic, but it's a lot of mileage on the legs.
Willie Stewart looking into the corner, and that goes out. Pass intended for Cole Davis Brandon. It's another turnover by Boston.
They're going to have to do their best right now to not let things unravel. Got to really ratchet on their defense here.
And there's an errant toss by Dixon that will force Ottawa's defense to be on their toes. Sadok into the corner. Davis Brand dives and makes the catch. And Boston back within a couple. No, they're bringing it back. Foul against Boston, bringing the disc back to the 30. Pillsbury in the middle. Davis Brand looking for Sadok, puts the hammer down into the arms of the waiting Hunter Lang. And this time it will count. 13-11 Ottawa.
They just had to make it hard on themselves. They finally do get the goal, and much needed for sure. Hunter Lang with the score. So now 13-11. Boston, you got your defense out there. No offensive players crossing over. Chance to make a play. They do get the disc on offense in the fourth. That's a good thing to keep in mind, Dan.
Look at David Cholich. 4 goals in this one already. Number 34, he was in the middle of your picture. And for a young guy, he's certainly making his presence felt at this level.
It might not be well known to a lot of the American fans out there, but they're getting to see him now, so that's important.
Boucher. Arsenault, back for Boucher. Boucher gets it back again. Looking downfield, looking into the middle for Jeremy Hill, and he finds him. Hill moves to the far side, finds Boucher once again, trying to find a quick hit. Had Cholich breaking, couldn't find him. Arsenault, back out for Bevan. Jeff Bevan. Moves it back. Nick Boucher. Boucher looking into the end zone for tall Paul, and he's not tall enough.
I think Pat Barron did a good job of kind of baiting tall Paul, as you mentioned, to go up early. Kind of stopped his tracks. If he kept running, he probably would have caught it. So now, I say it again, Boston's defensive line need to make a play.
Ivan Tran moves that one back out. Nice grab there by Cookson to keep it alive. There's a pass in. Tran made the catch. Finds Cole Moore. Moore back out for Pat Barron. Barron going downfield, and there's the knockdown and the block by Eric Arsenault. Ottawa will get the disc back.
It's been very hard for this D-line offense to score. Where's their offense going to come from? That's a question I think the coaching staff is asking themselves right now.
Well, and Ottawa's being able to defense this Boston Glory offense quite handily in this one so far. Jeremy Hill. Reno for Arsenault. Bevan. Long huck into the hands of Jeremy Hill. Hill with a little flip for Reno into the end zone. Too good. Reese Too Good restores the 3-goal advantage for the Outlaws.
I'll try not to use too many too good puns right now for the audience. Don't want to hit you with those, but Reese Too Good, as I mentioned previously, has been a good addition to their handler core, and he loves doing that X symbol. I've seen him do that many times, playing for different teams, played for multiple Team Canadas. Young kid, but bringing that national level experience to the squad.
So Ottawa now